up, everybody? OJ here. Welcome back to another OJ Live. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. I'm extremely excited to talk about today's news. We've got a bunch of news. We've got Ninja Gaiden Switch. We've got freaking Xbox Series S, which I forgot to put in the title, Ninja Gaiden Switch. So let's go ahead and let's do that too. You know, man, there's just like so much to talk about. We've got Hyrule Warriors, Age of Calamity. Hyrule Warriors, Age of Calamity, man, it is just nuts. It is just nuts in terms of things, man. Seriously, it's freaking crazy. The funny thing is that you say that, Crunchy Blend, Nintendo's actually giving us more new games than Microsoft and Sony this year. Believe it or not. I know it's hard to believe because everyone's been saying Nintendo's done nothing this year, but they've actually given us more new games than Microsoft and Sony. First party games, that is. Both of them. Nintendo. Yes, that Nintendo. Yeah, they've actually given us more new first party games than both of them. But we've got another new first party game that's coming this year. Very, very excited. Very excited to talk about this today, man. So we're going to be discussing that very soon. So let's go and let's get into Ninja news. So this morning, I actually uploaded 3 videos today. I don't know what the hell I was thinking. I probably should have just waited for the Ninja Gaiden news and all that, but I don't know why I did it in a video, but I did. But either way, I had 3 videos. So Xbox Series S video, I had Ninja Gaiden video, and Kingdom Hearts, and I had also this video as well, and the reaction video. So it's been a crazy day. 4 separate videos, including a live stream today. I got all that done today, so that's been nuts. Been a crazy day. So yeah, thank you guys for watching the videos. I do appreciate that. Let's go ahead and let's get into shoutouts or Ninja news. We need 1 new Elite Ninja, and we'll have a Tony Hawk stream at some point this week. So let's get 1 new Elite Ninja. Let's get that popping, guys. Let's get that Tony Hawk stream out of the way. Or we can do a Hyrule Warriors stream instead. I don't know. I'm thinking about doing a Hyrule Warriors stream instead. Yeah, Hyrule Warriors. Let's go. Let's do that. We'll switch that to Hyrule Warriors. I mean, I played Tony Hawk. It's cool, but it's just Tony. It's Tony Hawk. Tony Hawk's always good. So Hyrule Warriors stream. Hyrule Warriors stream. ST. So we'll do that. So let's go ahead and let's do that. So 1 more Elite Ninja and we'll get a Hyrule Warriors stream later this week. Next up, you got to talk about this, guys. Shoutouts. So if you're here in the chat and you want me to say hi, feel free to say hi and I'll be more than happy to say hi back to all my lovely people here in the village. So let's see who is here. Ranavir, my boy, what's good? Raph, what is good? Welcome. Gunslinger is here. Andre Wine is here. Dank Meme Center is here. K-Switch1 is here. Leo is here. What's up, Leo? Oliveira. Marith. What's man? Welcome. TH3 is here. What's good, TH3? Good to see you around, man. Savage Animator is back. Sorry, Savage Animator. I had to time you out for not playing Breath of the Wild. That is preposterous that you have not played Breath of the Wild. That's like, what are you doing? What are you playing? Every single time you come here, we ask you, have you played this game? You say, no. Like, you've played. What have you played? And yet you're always begging for directs. You're the guy that's always begging for directs and you haven't played shit, dude. Like, what's going on here? Dior Wilson, what's good? Katana Riku, D Money, Kyle Armstrong, Caesar Cavalos, Crunchy Blend, Brian L. Zom, Emerson, what is good? Jaden, what is up? Bryson Warden, Anthony Albert, what's up, Anthony? Madani Osman, what's good? Caesar, what is good? Phil Sam, what is up, man? He says, thanks for the timeout. I had to time you out. You're always begging for directs. You haven't even played Breath of the Wild. What? How are you begging for a direct and you haven't played Breath of the Wild? That blows my mind that you beg for directs and you haven't played Breath of the Wild. Like, what are you begging for a direct for? Play Breath of the Wild. Like, what are you even in the stream for? Go play Breath of the Wild. Like, what are you doing? Like, I can't. That doesn't. My mind is having trouble computing right now. No, don't time him out again. Don't time him out. We already timed him out twice. We timed him out twice. But at least he's honest enough to admit that he hasn't played the game, you know. Because it's not like, I mean, there's, what, 50, 60 million Switches sold, and Breath of the Wild is not the best-selling game on Switch. It's near up there, but it's not the best-selling game. So I think about less than 30% of the people who own a Switch have played Breath of the Wild. So there are definitely people out there, but I don't want to hear any begging for a direct and you haven't played Breath of the Wild. Like, that's preposterous. That's fraudulent. Like, that's fraudulent. It's like somebody begging for a direct and they haven't played, you know, or somebody begging for, I don't know, maybe they're begging for PS5 news and they don't even got like a PS4, or like they haven't even played like Uncharted or God of War or any of that. It's like, you didn't play anything anyway. What are you begging for information for? Go play PS4. Let's see here. There's a ton of Nintendo fans who beg for directs but only play and want more Mario games. What's up, bro? What's up? Hey, VC, how's the Animal Crossing is the only big hitter for 2020 going for you? I mean, how's that going for you, man? I mean, I'm pretty sure you had everything all figured out, right? Only person who's upset with this announcement is VC. Now, you know I had to because I challenged him so much. I'm like, dude, you don't know. Nintendo's unpredictable. You never know what they're going to have. I said that multiple times on the PE podcast. I was like, you never know what they're going to have. Like, we've got to wait and see. Like, let's stop trying to, you know, predict everything. Nintendo, in a year of the pandemic, they're not going to have a typical year. So they're going to do things a little bit differently. So we have to wait and see before we start predicting that there's nothing left, or there's nothing else, or there's no new games. Like, it's too early to be predicting that stuff, you know? Warriors games are not big. VC, let's take a bet right now. I guarantee you, this Warriors game will not only be the best-selling Warriors game of all time, but it's easily gonna top 5 million units. Easy. Easy cap. Easy top 5 million. It's a mainline Warriors. It's a mainline Zelda game. It's the freaking Calamity War. It's a prequel to The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. You cannot put it in the same category as other Warriors games that have made up stories. This is not the same. Don't even try that, VC. Bet. Whatever price you want, bet me right now. You said Warriors games aren't big? Maybe not. But a freaking Calamity War game? A mainline Zelda Calamity War? That is massive. It's canon. It's not like Hyrule Warriors is a made-up story. Fire Emblem Warriors is a made-up story. All the Warriors games are just made up with the characters and they're plucked from different. You got 15 different links running around and all this different stuff. You know, this is not that. This is a freaking mainline game where they worked with the developer. They worked with them for the story. You have to play it to understand the full story of the trilogy. Because Breath of the Wild is not a trilogy. Calamity of Ganon, Age of Calamity, Breath of the Wild, and now what's it called? And then Breath of the Wild 2. But if you're down to bet, you say it's Warriors games aren't big, we can bet right now. 5 million, easy. Very easy, very easy. Yeah, it's like Scramble, but the difference between this, obviously Zelda's just much more popular, right? So Scramble was great and it sold extremely well, but Zelda's just 10 times more popular, like literally like 10 times more popular than like Persona. So that's the only thing, you know. So yeah, if it's story heavy, not just a couple cutscenes, yeah, this will be big. If it's story, it's the Calamity War. It doesn't matter. It's the Calamity War. Dank Meme Center with the host. Thank you so much. It's the freaking Calamity War. There's gotta be story. It doesn't matter if there's not a lot of story or not. It doesn't matter. It's a canon Zelda game. It doesn't matter. It's literally canon. It's going to sell extremely well. I agree 100% with you. That'll be the best selling Warriors game, easily over 5 million this holiday season alone, no sweat. But you said But you said Warriors games aren't that big, though. But you said Warriors games aren't that big, though. Are you flip-flopping already? All right, that's cool. No, that's definitely a flip-flop. He just said Warriors games aren't that big. 5 million for a Warriors game actually absolutely crushes any Warriors game. That's more than Hyrule Warriors Definitive Edition, Fire Emblem Warriors, Hyrule Warriors Legends, Hyrule Warriors on the Wii U. You can take all the Nintendo Hyrule Warriors games and every version of them, you can add them all together and it won't equal 5 million. Like, you can take the 3DS version, the one that came out, you can take the Wii U, the Switch, Fire Emblem War, you can take all of them, add them all together, and it still doesn't beat 5 million. But Breath of the Wild story plot elements will make this a Warriors game sell well. That doesn't matter. We are obviously, I mean, we know that's the reason why. That's the reason why I'm the one who said, are you trying to flip this on me? What are you That's the reason why I said it's gonna sell extremely well, VZ. That was the point. Oh my gosh. All right, VZ. All right. I'm agreeing with it. Okay, you're agreed. All right, I got you. Let's see here. Let's see, open world Warriors game. It's not really an open world Warriors game. It's a Warriors game. So Warriors games have these huge maps, all right? And then you go in level from level. You know, you go in level from level and then you battle on that map. From what I understand, they didn't talk about an open world Warriors game. So no, that's not, I don't think that game is this. So I don't think it's gonna be like the Legend of Zelda, like the whole Hyrule map, and then you're just running around and there's guys. I think it's still gonna be structured like a Warriors, like Hyrule Warriors, like it normally is. But yeah, they didn't say anything about an open world Warriors game. So no, they didn't say that. Let's see here. There should be a Metroid Warriors game? Bro, can you just chill and let's just talk about Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity? I mean, there's barely any, there's only a couple characters from Metroid in Smash. So, I mean, I guess they can do it, but I mean, they'd have to do like the Hunters maybe. I mean, but I don't really think though. I don't really think the Metroid gameplay really fits Warriors style, to be honest. Like, I don't really think that's like a Warriors style type of game. So I don't really think that'd be a good idea, but hey, whatever. Let's see here. All right, so let's go ahead and get into you guys' thoughts. So Hyrule, let me go ahead and let me grab the press release while I get into you guys' thoughts of this game, man. What's up, OJ? Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity. I science my wallet. November. Silence my wallet. November is gonna be Xbox Series X. Game & Watch Mario Bros. Hyrule Warriors is gonna be great. Yeah, it's gonna be really good. Matthew Colts. Matthew Call Colts. Thank you so much for the subscription. Appreciate that. Welcome to the village. Appreciate you, man. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for subscribing. I'll likely wait and see what other people think of this game first. Bro, this game's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be amazing. Hyrule Warriors Definitive Edition was absolutely amazing. It was a great game. On the Wii U, it was good. And then on the Switch, it was actually really good because they bumped it up to 60 frames per second. They added a bunch of cool extra content and it added all the DLC. I mean, it was a great game. So, I mean, if you've played Hyrule Warriors, you're probably gonna like this game. So yeah. Let's see. I'm not a huge Warriors Age of Calamity day one, but if you like Hyrule Warriors, you're probably gonna like this game. So there you go. All right. Let's see here. Age of Calamity. We got the Xbox Series S. We'll have Cyberpunk 2077, Yakuza, Hyrule Warriors. How cool is that? It's really cool. It's really, really, really cool. Let's see here. What's up, Unreal Christian? How's it going, man? Send me a DM. All right, we'll get to it in just a bit. All right. For sure. You got a photo? All right, cool, cool. Good stuff there. We'll talk about that in just a bit. Let me go ahead and let me get some more reactions from people here. And then once we switch over to the next topic, we'll definitely get that going for you, Christian. All right, let's see here. I really like Hyrule Warriors Definitive Edition. I will be picking up Age of Calamity. It'll be interesting to get getting a prequel to Breath of the Wild. Yeah, exactly. He's Psycho Pie with the 5 maple syrup dollars. This is F Age of Calamity. There should be a Mario Warriors game. That would sell a butt ton. Just for the memes. If there was a Mario Warriors game, it would sell just for the memes. I don't know how good of a game it would be. Yo, but shout out to Psycho 5. Thank you so much for the donation. Appreciate that. That does make you the top stream ninja for today. Psycho 5, I appreciate you, man. Thank you for the donation. Psycho Pie with the 5 maple syrup dollars. We got you, man. Thank you so much for the donation. Appreciate that. Come top stream in the stream. Hokage, first donation of the stream as well. Let's see here. I'm so hyped for this. Just randomly dropping was great. I hope there's a collector's edition. I think there was a collector's edition for the Wii U version of the game, but it was a very awkward way of how they did it. I'm sure that in Japan there will be one. Let's see what they do for here in the West. I'm hoping they actually bring it over and like there is a really cool one. The game will have everything, awesome gameplay, cutscene, soundtrack, you name it. Yeah, the graphics are much improved too. Like the art style is obviously updated to Breath of the Wild, but the graphics over Hyrule Warriors and Hyrule Warriors Definitive Edition is definitely like way better, you know, just looking at the game. It looks like it runs just as smooth as Definitive Edition as well, which is good. Let's see, when he says, is Warriors games combat like Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3 but with more enemies? Kinda. I mean, they're both kind of like beat 'em ups, you know, like hack and slash type of games. So yeah, in a way, yes, but the way that you execute combat and all that is completely different. Like the way that it actually works. But yeah, you fight a bunch of hordes of enemies, but in Warriors games, you fight way more, and it's not like an over the top kind of like isometric or over the top type of view. And I know in Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3, you can go like the heroic camera where it makes it like right behind you. But I mean, I wouldn't really call them the same. The other games, Marvel also has an emphasis on multiplayer, whereas Warriors games do sometimes, but for the most part, people just play them by yourself. So while yeah, there is similarities, like kind of like genre-wise, yeah, the structure and the flow of the game and kind of like how you progress is completely different, you know, than a Marvel Ultimate Alliance game, which is more constricted, and then like you kind of go from segment area to area, whereas Hyrule Warriors or Warriors games, like you kind of just dropped onto a huge map, and then you're doing objectives within that. So the structure is a bit different, and the gameplay flow is different than a Marvel Ultimate Alliance type of game. There's a collector's edition announced for Japan, but the pre-orders are not open until September 11th. Okay, what's the collector's edition entail of, guys? What's inside that collector's edition? Yo, Kazoka with the Joe $10 donation coming through from Kazoka, becoming the top stream ninja and stream Hokage. Let's go. Let's get a shout out. That JoJo is so small. It just seems so short now that we have a super JoJo boys. Kazoka with the $10 says, spent about 500 hours on Hyrule Warriors. Very excited for this game. Do you think your army will finally be useful instead of just standing around? I mean, it's possible that they look like that they'll be more useful this time, but you never know. You never know with the Warriors game, right? You never know with the Warriors game. But yeah, those guys were just chilling while you might be getting your butt beat. Just like, hey Link, go ahead and take care of all this for us. Yo, Kazoka, thank you so much for becoming the top stream ninja with that $10 JoJo boys. You guys put those JoJos in the chat if you're an elite ninja. Appreciate the support. You guys give some love to Kazoka. $10 donation, showing some love to the Elite Ninja Village. Appreciate that, man. Let's see here. Nintendo didn't even really need to save the year. The year was actually not too bad, especially with the Mario announcements and stuff like that. People just don't understand that, like, there's in a pandemic year, you're not gonna get everything that you're gonna want, you know. But I think that they did okay, all things considered. How development schedules were delayed and everything like that. All things considered, they did okay. I don't think it's like, oh, they saved everything from this year with this game. Nah, it just made it obviously much better. But I don't think it was like a save of the year or anything, because like I think a lot of people are obviously buying Mario right now, you know. So for a lot of people, that was like, yo, we're good, you know. And that was just like re-releases. So I'm gonna disagree with that. What's up, man? Hey, what's up, Carl Rocco? Soul? Nah, I'm just eating good, you know, eating healthy. Not a fan of Warriors games, but like Kingdom Hearts, the musical game, it will sell well based on story, not the gameplay. I disagree with that, B-Brash. I disagree with that. Here's a couple reasons why I disagree with that statement. One, people have always liked Warriors games because Warriors games are continuing to be around. So just because you don't like a Warriors game, don't say, oh, it's not going to sell because I don't like a Warriors game, or because it's just based on this. People have always liked Warriors games. Maybe you don't like Warriors games, but the Warriors series wouldn't be around if people didn't like the gameplay. Because it's not like people are tuning into the Warriors series for the story, for the most part. I mean, some of them have good stories, but it's not like the stories are, oh my gosh, amazing, the greatest stories ever. So I disagree with that, because Warriors games, they give you a ton of variety. They give you a ton of weapons. They give you a ton of like different stuff that you can do in there. There's objectives. There's a lot of fun stuff that you can do within Warriors games. Now, some are better than the others, but to say that, oh, well, it's just selling just because of this, you know, I disagree with that, because Hyrule Warriors sold, you know what I'm saying? And Dynasty Warriors sells. Dynasty Warriors without any themed Warriors games sell. So I'm gonna disagree with that as well. What's up, man? You got more than 300 viewers already. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thank you guys, everybody who's tuned in. Guys, please make sure you hit the like button. Let's get some more viewers in here. Let's push for 350, 360. Let's push for 400 viewers. Let's hit that like button, guys. Let's talk about the Age of Calamity. Let's get your opinions. I might disagree, but that's okay. If I disagree, it's no big deal. I'll always explain myself why I disagree, though. Let's see. I can tell from the end of the trailer, we're gonna cry so much. Maybe not. We'll see what happens. Let's see. Can you play Twilight Field from Hyrule Warriors? Absolutely. I got you, game fan. Because for that donation yesterday. Twilight Field from Hyrule Warriors. Yo, Jonathan B with the Toby Buster. Let's go. Out of focus. I think we need some Buck Bumble, OJ. All right, we'll get some Buck Bumble, but we're gonna have to wait just a bit. Let's get all of the thoughts on Hyrule Warriors and all that, because like Buck Bumble like literally disrupts the stream. So let's get all the thoughts on Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity, and then once we transition, we'll get Christian's picture, and then we'll get the Buck Bumble in between, going from this topic to the next one. So it might be a little bit, but we'll get a Buck Bumble. I promise, Jonathan. I promise. Thank you for the $15 donation. And we're going to get. I'm already behind on comments too, so I gotta. Not the best timing, but we'll definitely get it. I promise you. Thank you for the $15 donation. That does make you, Jonathan B, the top stream ninja. So Jonathan B, with that 15 becoming the top stream ninja. You guys give some love, respected emotes to Jonathan B, elite ninja, with that $15 donation becoming the top stream ninja. Let's get it. Twilight Field from Hyrule Warriors. All right. There's just the stupid Gunnar Silva version. So here we go. Since I never played Breath of the Wild, I'll probably never be taken seriously ever again. Why don't you just play Breath of the Wild, Savage Animator? Dave Minato says, what's up? You got more than... Okay, I already read that. Breath of the Wild trilogy? Pretty much, yes. If E3 hadn't happened, if E3 had happened this year, Age of Calamity closed the direct. Maybe not. I don't know if they'd close the direct on that type of game. They'd probably have other games ready to go this year if there was no pandemic. Or no, sorry, you said no E3 or E3 if E3 happened. Well, if E3 happened, that means there's no pandemic, right? So if there was no pandemic, it'd be a completely different year. I think Breath of the Wild, they'd show us more on Breath of the Wild 2. There'd be more games. There'd probably be some more stuff too. I think 3D World would be this year as well. Excuse me. Bike or Death with the Twitch Prime. Thank you so much, man. Appreciate that. 6 months of Fire Nation support. Thank you so much, man. Love Zelda, never played Warriors game. Play Hyrule Warriors if you want to check out like kind of like what the gameplay is like. Let's see here. This is freaking hype. I honestly didn't expect it to release this year. Can't wait for more backstory on what happened 100 years ago. I kind of figured when I watched the trailer that it would be this year. Otherwise, they wouldn't, because like I saw that there was a developer diary. I'm like, okay, if they're doing a developer diary plus they're doing a regular trailer, it's probably releasing this year. So those are the first two things that I said. First two things that I thought in my brain when I saw this, because I didn't see it when they announced it. I saw it a couple hours later because I was asleep, and then I woke up and recorded my reaction. You know, let's see here. I literally just started Breath of the Wild last night. Well, there you go, man. You got some time to beat the game, and then you can play it. You can play it there. So they have ended E3 Direct with Fire Smash reveal, maybe. Oh, the only thing I can say about that is that I hate Nintendo for always dropping heat when I'm broke. But aren't you always broke though, Elias? Let's see here. Joe says very excited. Seems like P5S production rather than run-of-the-mill Warriors game. Well, yeah, absolutely. Based off of what they showed off there, definitely seems like they went a little bit further than what you would see, which is why I was so hyped about Persona 5 Scramble as well, because it's not just a typical Warriors game, you know? It's actually like ties in with the main line, the canon story. What's up, Ovi? What's up, man? Nintendo is re-releasing all 4 champion amiibos alongside the game. OJ, nice. That's a good idea. That's definitely a good idea, because you're going to be able to use amiibo support. And that's one of the... Hyrule Warriors is one of the games that actually does a good job with amiibo support. Getting different type of weapons and stuff like that. It's actually pretty cool. I liked it. I used the amiibo support a lot in that game. Let's see here. Hey, I came here for a nice time not to get attacked. Well, you're always talking about how you're always broke though, Elias. So... yeah, man, I feel you, bro. I feel you on that one. It's tough. So this is one of the new Project Zelda games, right? Yeah, it's a new Zelda game. Yeah. I mean, what do you mean? The artist says Nintendo was also okay. I already read that. Do you think that the voice actors who did Zelda thing a while back were talking about this? It's possible. Gunslinger says it's the same engine in Breath of the Wild. If I'm correct, they didn't say that in the trailers or the 2 things that I watched. I mean, it seems like it is, but it might be the Warriors engine. I mean, it could be the Warriors engine. I don't know if they adapted the typical Warriors engine. I'm not sure what they did. It's definitely an upgrade over Hyrule Warriors Definitive Edition, though. So whatever they used for that, they either overhauled or did a really good job of making it look different. But it doesn't seem like the typical Warriors engine, but they could have modified it. I don't know if it's the Breath of the Wild engine. I mean, I have no idea. Maybe somebody else has that information. But it definitely looks a lot crisper and a lot cleaner than, than the typical Warriors. But to be honest, the Warriors engines are pretty dynamic, right? You can use them for a lot of different things. Fire Emblem is made off the Warriors engine as well. So we've had like different styles of games made off the Warriors engine. So, I mean, who knows what they're using. Let's see here. I don't know, it seems like Breath of the Wild engine since they're working closely with the Zelda team. Yeah, but I mean, that doesn't mean it's the same engine though. I mean, I guess it might look like it, but I have no idea. I don't really care what engine they're using. To be honest, like, I don't really care. All I care about is the game, and the game looks amazing. You know, so I don't care about the engine, to be honest. Just like Fire Emblem, I didn't know they were using the Warriors engine until like until they let us know. Like, okay, who cares? It's just I care about the game. Javon Perry with the $4.99 free super chat doing that YouTube beatdown. So we need Kingdom Hearts or Pokemon Warriors. Do you remember Dark Cloud 1 and 2, OJ? Of course I remember Dark Cloud, yes. And yeah, man, I mean, those games would be great, but I'm here to talk about Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity. I mean, that's just stuff, okay, yeah, that'd be great, cool. But Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity this year. The freaking Calamity War this year. Let's eat our food that's on our plate before we start talking about other types of food. You know, we got some good eating right here, you know? So I feel you guys on the Metroid and all this, like, whatever, but I'm talking about what's going on right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, we got a 5-course meal right here. You know what I'm saying? Let's not talk about tomorrow's dinner when dinner right now is served, you know? I mean, that stuff is great. Trust me, Javon. That stuff's great, but I'm not thinking about that crap. I'm thinking about, like, right now, you know? Let's see. Almost looks identical to Breath of the Wild. That's crazy how close they are. Yeah, I mean, they could have adapted the art style to the Warriors engine. They could have, and we don't know how long they've been working on this game, right? Because Hyrule Warriors Definitive Edition came out how many years ago? I think it was 2018 that game came out? Yeah, that was a 2018 game. And that was just a port. So obviously you didn't have all hands on deck. So really the last, they could have been working on this game for a long time. Obviously, maybe since 2017 or 2018 after Breath of the Wild finished up. They probably did that. They probably started it after Breath of the Wild finished up. So I would say 2017 or 2018, they started this game. So they've been working on it for a while. Let's see. So they've been working on it for a while. Will there be a physical edition for Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity in Europe? Of course there will be. What major first-party game from Nintendo doesn't get a physical edition, Ovi? What type of question is that? Dave says, I think they were able to push the graphics because the game focused on Breath of the Wild and not a lot of characters. A lot of characters and games of like Hyrule Warriors Definitive Edition. Well, I don't know about Dave. We don't know how many characters are in the game, so I don't really think that's it in terms of things. I just think that Switch is not like it's a freaking Game Boy. You know what I'm saying? And it's a newer game. It's a new game. They didn't just port it from somewhere. So I don't really know if that's the case, because it looks like it's gonna have a ton of characters like Hyrule Warriors, and it looks like it's gonna have a lot of enemies on map. It looks like it's still a Warriors game, guys. Like, it doesn't look like they did less characters or less enemies on screen or anything like that. But hey, we'll have to wait and see, right? If Age of Calamity is anything to go by, Ninja Gaiden Collection may be legit. Can we have Dead or like that? Those have nothing to do with each other. You're connecting things that aren't connected. Elias says the game looks super smooth, so if it's the Breath of the Wild engine, we can get a glimpse of the sequel made specifically for the Switch would look like. I mean, maybe, man, but like I said, it's too early to say all that, guys. We're jumping the gun. Hey, what's up, T-Dude? Welcome. Hey, what's up, Anthony Rudd? Welcome to the stream. Did I do all shout-outs? Garnix, what's up, man? Welcome to the stream. Sorry, if I didn't shout you out, I'm sorry. I'm trying to get everybody here. Frank R, what's good, man? Welcome. Welcome, guys. Shout-outs. Let's see here. People excited for Muso. People have been excited for Muso. People are excited for Fire Emblem Warriors. People are excited for Hyrule Warriors. And people are definitely excited for this game because it's a freaking canon Zelda game. It's the freaking Calamity War. What do you mean people are excited? Yeah, you're damn right people are excited. You're damn right people are excited, man. Yes, people are excited for it. I mean, what do you mean people are excited? Yes. It's freaking, it's canon Zelda, dude. Immortal Rooster says, do you think a lot of people will buy Age of Calamity because of Breath of the Wild? Yes! Yes! Yes, guys, yes! Armchair, what's up, man? Welcome to the stream. Let's see, did you catch Young Imp on the channel? Yeah, I did. This is really cool. My one thing about this is what Nintendo December game we have Mario, Pikmin, and Zelda. So what's the we don't have to have a game every single month, Wendy. What do you mean? What's the Nintendo's December game? Just chill. Goodness gracious, Nintendo fans, bro. We don't have to have a game every single. We have to have a November game, a December game, a January game, a February game. But it's not. Just relax. Who knows what they're gonna put out? They might not have anything in December. It might just be buy all the games that we released. You know. Y'all crazy. Some of y'all crazy. What's this? We just got this announcement. Now you're talking about a December game. Like, bro, chill. Oh my gosh. Let's see here. Dawson says, why would anybody be excited for a prequel to Breath of the Wild? The best-selling Zelda game ever. I don't get it. I know, seriously. Why would anybody be excited for a prequel that tells the freaking Calamity War? Who would be excited for that? I mean, I couldn't think of a single person that would be excited for something like that. I mean, goodness gracious, Mr. Lopez. You're onto something here. Excited for that? Why? Yo, Love230, what's good with the follow, man? Thank you so much. Mac Megan with the $5, fighting for his friends. Says, can you play Zelda Song in the Link? Also, 8 Nintendo exclusives in 9 months this year. Did Pikmin 3, Mario 3D All-Stars, Calamity save 2020 Nintendo? I don't know if it saved it, but it made it a lot better. Obviously, more games is a lot better, so that's good. Thank you for the 5, Mr. Mac Mega. Hopefully you enjoy your music here. Also, shout outs to Dave Minato with the $1.99 through Super Chat. Says, good day to everyone. Good day, Dave Minato. Also, the Lunar Heart with the $5 says, wanted to pop in to say, what's up, keep doing you, about to head off to my first, I think you meant calc? Calc was, okay. Calculus, gotcha. Shoutouts, man. Good luck on the quiz, and thank you so much for the $5, Mr. Lunar Heart. We need a new game every week. New game every week, my boys. New game every single week. Just watch the language, Dragonson. I don't care about it, but I thought they put out their holiday game in December. No, sometimes they have a game in December. Sometimes they have a game before then. Usually what Nintendo does is that November is the big holiday game. But then again, sometimes like they have a number of games. So like they have to push one game to December. Like, for example, Reggie really wanted Super Smash Brothers in November, but the Pokemon Company went out and got Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee in November. So, I mean, like the big holiday game, when you say the big holiday game, that's usually November. Because November is right before Black Friday, which is the shopping season, where the parents and everybody buys the game, wraps it up, and then waits till December. They don't release the game in December. Oh, that's the holiday game in December. No, the holiday game is always November, and then, you know, Black Friday shopping. So that's what companies consider the holiday game, would be the November time slot. However, that doesn't mean there isn't games that come out, you know, December. But before Black Friday, that's usually the holiday game, like the holiday game. So far we're expecting 6 playable characters, but who else could be playable? I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. How much do you think it could cost Hyrule Warriors? How much do you think it would cost for Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity? Obi, what are your questions today? I'm gonna stop answering them if you don't start making sense. Crit Astro says hello OJ, and whoa, I feel good. I know, seriously. Tommy Raiku says I need a new game every day, OJ. No exceptions. I know, seriously. We need big hitters every day. Cyberpunk, AOC, Age of Calamity, Kingdom Hearts, and probably Crown Tundra all in November. Yeah, a lot of games. So far we're okay. I already read that. Hey, what's up, Kevin Valencia? Frank R says, do you think we'll get a little teaser for Breath of the Wild 2 and Age of Calamity detail showcase? It's definitely possible that they kind of said, hey, maybe there's a little teaser. So I'm thinking that, yeah, we will get a teaser for Breath of the Wild 2. I think that's when they're going to drop it. Maybe. I'm not, like, don't bank on it. I'm not banking on it, but yeah. Love it when people state that the art has nothing to do with the engine. Clearly, they don't understand that art needs to be capable of being imported to engine or it won't work. Okay? Carl Rocco definitely has some development experience as well. This is what the Japanese collector's edition though there's no picture treasure box. Okay, they're doing the same treasure box that they did before. Okay, I got you, JCat. Good to see you here though, JCat. What's up? Elias says, did you catch Young Imp on the show? I did. I already answered that question. I did. J2 Blue says, I'm just glad we get to play as Urbosa. Yes, my girl. I had to mention that in the trailer today when I was watching the, you know, for my reaction. I was like, yo, my girl Impa, or not Impa, my girl's Impa, but Urbosa. My girl Urbosa. Oh, it's such good news. Such good news to be able to play as Urbosa. Such good news. Favorite champion besides Link? Urbosa. Urbosa. Let's see. Fell Love, but thank you for the follow too. Appreciate you. Welcome to the stream. Since Koei Tecmo are using the Breath of the Wild engine for Age of Calamity, did they confirm that? Are they the resolution option 720p 60 frames per second or 1080p 30 frames per second? I don't know. First of all, did they confirm that they're using the Breath of the Wild engine for Age of Calamity? T-Dude? Because I don't recall getting any of that information. So yeah. Let's see here. I can't wait to have the models. Yeah, I saw that your post on Twitter. Let's see here. Did I see Miss Click's reaction? Wasn't able to catch the whole thing because I had to record my video, and then I also had to get ready for the stream. So I wasn't able to see Miss Click's reaction. But I'll definitely watch it tonight because she's not streaming tonight. So I'll definitely watch her reaction tonight. Alright, take it easy, Carl Rocco. Thanks for coming out to the stream. Dynasty Warriors games are pretty jarring. Do you think the combat will be exactly like the games or modified, like lock on, dodges, etc.? Pretty jarring. I've never seen anything that's jarring about Dynasty Warriors games. They operate just like an action adventure game. You have a lock on. You can roll, you can dodge, you can sprint. So I mean, I don't know what you're talking about there, but I think it'll play like Hyrule Warriors. So if you've played Hyrule Warriors, I think this game's gonna play like Hyrule Warriors, but Age of Calamity. So yeah. Yeah, Hyrule Warriors have lock-ons. They have, I mean, if you've played Hyrule Warriors, then so play Hyrule Warriors. Guys, if you guys want to know how a game plays, this is not a brand new concept. There's a game called Hyrule Warriors Definitive Edition that's been out for years now, guys, all right? So if you want to know exactly kind of what you can expect in some of the gameplay, check out Hyrule Warriors, guys. That's not a new game. Hyrule Warriors came out originally on the Wii U back in 2014, and then Definitive Edition came out in 2018. So I mean, there's the Warriors, the Hyrule Warriors. This is not a new concept, guys. Let's see here. Either you are into Musou games or you're not. Simple as that. I mean, it just depends. I mean, it really does depend. There are some people who are not into Musou games, but are into certain themed Musou games. So I know, for example, myself, I'm not into Musou games regularly. Like, I don't play the regular ones, and I don't play any of the other styles of Musou games outside of themed Musou games. So, or ones that are like that. So, Persona 5 Scramble, obviously that's not a direct Musou game, but it has some of the elements from that. I love that game. Hyrule Warriors, love that game. Fire Emblem Warriors, love that game. But I don't play the regular Dynasty Warriors games. Like I don't really like those, but I like the themed ones that have certain elements and stuff where they mix it up, you know? Like elements from the actual main game. Like Fire Emblem, you can pair up with units, right? And do like attacks just like you can in the Fire Emblem games, like Fire Emblem Awakening. You know, there's like strategic elements where you can send your people like a strategy RPG in Fire Emblem Warriors. So there's certain things that I like about, you know, what they put in from the themed games into it, but I don't play regular Dynasty Warriors games. So yeah. Yes, they're re-releasing the Champions Amiibo. Yes. Nick83, what's good, man? Welcome to the stream. Welcome. Yeah, Zelda's play. Yeah, absolutely, Zelda's playable. She uses the Sheikah Slate in the trailer. She uses stasis on an enemy. Absolutely, Zelda's playable. But Zelda's been playable though, right? Zelda was playable in Hyrule Warriors. So yeah, she's playable again. I'm not really talking about Xenoblade Warriors. I don't care. We're talking about Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity. Guys, I don't care about your suggestions for other Warriors games. I'm worried about what's on my plate right now at this point. I mean, who cares? We'll cross that road once we get there. But for right now, I'm excited about this game. Age of Calamity, people. Exactly. Hey, what's up, Charity? Welcome to the stream. Michael O'Brien says, I think this could be more appealing than most Muso games because of how the story driven. It looks, of course it's going to be more appealing. Absolutely. Travis Weiss says, OJ, do you think you can beat this one? Yeah. Warriors games aren't hard. Well, I mean, you can make them harder. You know, you can play them on the harder difficulties. You know, but they're not like, generally speaking, they're not like, they're not Dark Souls or anything, you know? I'm not into Muso games, but I played and finished Fire Emblem and Hyrule Warriors, love both of them. Exactly, that's kind of how I am. Yo, OJ, you think we'll get Breath of the Wild DLC in Smash? I don't know, probably not. Let's see here. Greninja Trainer Dan says, do you reckon there'll be an adventure mode and or other characters besides Link, Zelda, and the Champions? I think there's going to be adventure modes. Yeah, I think they're going to have... There's going to be the main story mode, right? But I think that they're also going to do what they did from Hyrule Warriors and have like that adventure mode map and do different things. If it's not included at the beginning, it'll be probably DLC. But the Warriors games are usually loaded with that type of crap, you know? So absolutely, yeah. I think there's definitely going to be some separate types of modes that you can play. What I'm hoping for, I'm really hoping there's online multiplayer. The games have multiplayer, like the Wii U version has split screen. And like I think the Switch version has split screen as well. If they can make that online, that would be really, really, really cool. I'm not like, it's not the be all end all for the game, but if they can somehow get that online, that would be really nice to kind of romp through with somebody else in the game. But I'm not banking on it. But that'd be fun. It'd be kind of cool. I need to pick up Hyrule Warriors on Switch and Age of Calamity for sure. Absolutely. Absolutely. Let's see here. Elias says, they said they're going to give more updates on September 26th. Isn't that when TGS happens? Yes, TGS is exactly right around the same time. Yeah. But it looks like it's going to be their own presentation. Nintendo isn't officially at TGS, but I think Koei Tecmo is, so maybe the game will be there, but I don't think so, though. I don't think Koei Tecmo is going to be showing off anything from Hyrule Warriors or, yeah, Age of Calamity. Let's see here. It's confirmed 2-player, but I think just local co-op. Okay, yeah, just local co-op. Okay, so yeah, it's unfortunate, but whatever. I don't care. Well, I care, but it's not like a big deal. It's like I just want to play the game. You know, like I just want to play the game. I'm going to stream the hell out of it. I'm going to stream the heck out of that game. It's going to be so much fun. I'm going to be going hard on that game. Seriously, man. Like I cannot wait. I look forward to seeing how the I think the Calamity War fully played out. I just wish it was a full-fledged Breath of the Wild prequel game instead. I don't know. Here's the reason why I disagree with that statement, Philip. The reason why I disagree with that statement is because the Calamity War was a war. It was a real war. It wasn't like Breath of the Wild. So you're putting it, or it wasn't like previous Zelda games, right? It was a war. I think the best style of gameplay for an all-out war is maybe a Warriors game. I know that sounds weird for some people, but I think this is a fully fleshed out game. I think this is probably the best style for a war, you know? So I'm gonna have to disagree with that statement. Definitely gonna have to disagree with, this might be the best style of game for the Calamity War. This is not search around for things, regular typical Zelda game. It's a freaking war. So I don't know, man. I have to think that this might be the best style for that, the story that they're trying to tell. Anuma said the war theme fits the warrior style game, so it makes sense. Exactly. So it's not like they didn't want you to be going around and talking to people and doing all this. What they wanted was to show what happened, because we already have a sequel that's gonna be not like this. We already have regular Breath of the Wild. We already have a sequel. Why make another game that's just like that? But the Calamity War. Like, that's not what Zelda games are. Zelda games aren't huge wars playing out on screen. So it would, I'm not sure if it makes sense, you know, to have it like a typical Zelda game, you know? All right, Unreal Christian with the $2, and he says, I've sent multiple screenshots and even some match the graphics of the trailer you saw today. Nice. We'll definitely get to it, guys. I want to get everybody's comments in, and I promise before we transition over to the next topic, we'll get the Buck Bumble and we'll get Christian's screenshots and stuff that he said. I promise, guys. All right, let me just get through this because we have tons of people in here and I don't want to fall too far behind. All right, so Jonathan B, sit tight, guys. Buck Bumble's coming, and sit tight. Christian, thank you for the 2, man. I appreciate the support. Like always been a huge supporter of the channel. So yeah, absolutely. Thank you for the 2. Chase Tenny with the $5 through super chat and says, what up, OJ? Missed you last week. Hope your day included some baller food. I've been making my own French toast, and it's been really good using egg whites. You know, pure egg white, you know, healthy. Just been taking some whole wheat French toast, 60 calories per slice. Dip one side, dip the other side, olive oil on the pan. No sugar, maple syrup. Cut a banana. Man, it's been delicious. Like, I really miss French toast. You can make some bomb French toast from home. It's good. So yeah, that's what I've been eating. It's been good. Apples, you know, French toast, just really healthy foods, you know, vegetables, whole chicken, you know, whole breast meat chicken. So I've been doing pretty good. Losing a lot of the stubborn weight on the sides. Like, I used to have like love handles, like right here, you'd be able to see like a fat bulging, and now it's not too bad. Now it's not like bulging from the side here. So I'm definitely losing some weight off of the midsection, you know? There's no gut anymore, you know what I'm saying? Like, this shirt used to be like this, where my stomach would stick out, but now it's like, it fits so much better, because I'm eating a lot healthier now. But thank you for the 5. Let's see here. Again, I love how Nintendo IPs are so flexible. That's true. Do you think Age of Calamity will sell well? It's going to sell extremely well. Chupacabra says, yo, looks like Nintendo got another heavy hitter for 2020. Maybe. Shadow King says, the game has me hyped, just waiting on that Amazon pre-order to drop. Exactly. All right, OJ, what did you make of the criticism you received about Nintendo fanboy on the Spawncast? I don't really care. I don't really care, Matthew. People can say whatever the hell that they want. Watch my... Actually, yesterday I addressed it. Sorry. Yesterday I addressed it. So all those people can go screw off. I said my opinion. I'm never going to be fake with you guys. You can call me a Nintendo fanboy. Whatever the case is, I don't really care. I don't support things that are anti-consumer, so I'm not going to sit here and tell you guys what you want to hear. If you think calling me a fanboy or calling me names makes you feel validated or whatever the case is, or makes them feel better about themselves, go ahead and do it. If you want content creators to tell you fake things like, oh, this is anti-consumer, then go buy the product, then go listen to them. You know what I'm saying? But I was raised not to buy things that I don't believe in, so I'm not going to be fake just for the sake of you guys that are pissed off. So they can screw off. I don't care if they want to call me names all they want to. Go listen to fake content creators that will yell, kick, scream, and then support the product that they just are yelling and screaming and kicking about. That's not me though. So that's my response. They can screw off. And go listen and go watch somebody that will tell them what they want to hear. Let's see here. French toast minus the whey. Okay. Dude, I'll say one thing. The box art for the game is the best box art on Switch. It might be. Do you think quality of life improvements from Fire Emblem Warriors will be more made, like better AI, which actually takes forts? One thing could have done. I mean, probably. I mean, we'll see what they do though. I'm pretty sure Kobe Tecmo is showing Age of Calamity at TGS because it was previously announced that 2 Warriors games to show in the presentation. Yes, you're right about that. You are right about that. There were 2 new Warriors games, and that's probably one of them, JCat. You're right. Thank you for reminding me about that. Blue EX donated $2 and says, still eating them lemon pepper wings. I haven't went to Wingstop in a while, but I'm definitely thinking about getting some lemon pepper wings because of tonight's announcement. I feel like celebrating. and lemon pepper wings seems like a very good idea. We are gonna play Smash Brothers tomorrow because Party Man's not here, and I really want Party Man to be here to play Smash because he's had a rough week. So we're gonna play Smash Brothers tomorrow. Okay, guys? Let's see here. D'Amico says, OJ with the Food Network sponsor potential. I wish, man. Please. Check out the box art, Chuba. It's freaking incredible. Can we get a attack on Nobura's theme as well? Absolutely. Absolutely. Absolutely, Christian. Thank you for the donation, man. I appreciate that. But thank you, Blue EX, for the $2. I appreciate the support, man. Arms still needs to get Chris Redfield. OJ? Arms still... That's probably never gonna happen. We know that there's a massive war which had a very tragic end, so it'll be weird to be exploring the middle of the war. It's not gonna be weird to me. It's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be fun. In regards to $3, I agree with your video. And gaming explain, which I did a couple videos on 3D also, so I don't know which one you're talking about. How did Hyrule Warriors sell in general? 1 to 2 million or something? Yeah, the original sold 1 point something million. I think the DS game sold like another 1 million, and I think the Switch game sold like another 1 million. So they've all passed 1 million on Switch. Let's see here. Do you think Toon Link will be a guest character or DLC maybe? It's possible, but I mean, I think they might want to stick to the breadth since it's canon. I'm not sure how many extra characters they're gonna have outside of the canon. I mean, there might be a skin, right? But I mean, I'm not sure if they're gonna do something like that, because this is not a typical Warriors game. Let's see here. Was going to try Persona 5 Scramble as my first booster game, but I think I'll buy Calamity instead. You should definitely check out both. If you like Persona 5, then you should definitely play Persona 5 Scramble. That announcement was concerning the Dynasty Warriors anniversary, though. Would Hyrule really fit that? Yeah, it would. They said 2 Warriors games, so that could definitely be one of the Warriors games. Absolutely. It's called Hyrule Warriors, so yeah, it could definitely be one of them. It could be. We have to wait and see. People kept whining about wanting a Dark Zelda game. Enjoy watching your favorite characters die in this one. We'll see what happens. All right, take it easy, Frank R. Thanks for coming out to the stream. Do you know the Squidward meme when he says, oh no, it's hot? That's basically when I see a new box art. Hey, there you go. Let's see. Beat 'em Up says there's a new game announcement in a couple days that should be interested if we like Breath of the Wild. Did he say that before, or is he saying that now? I think you're saying that he said that before, so then he knew about this game. Chase says, I heard you said Buck Bumble. I don't know anything about this announcement yet, but I remember the OG game. Hope you can elaborate before my lunch break is over. We have this meme on the channel where I dance the song Buck Bumble, which we'll do in just a bit. So yeah, that's essentially what's happening here. It's just like lore, PlayerEssence lore. So yeah, you could, if you ever want to know more about it, just type in Buck Bumble into my stream or into my channel, and you can watch the history of the lore of the game Buck Bumble. This amazing Breath of the Wild is a trilogy. It is amazing. Let's see here. Well, I'm just saying, we'll see what happens. We have to just wait and see what else happens, you know? Yo, Shamsa! Shamsa, what are you still doing up with that California Smash? Let's go. It doesn't matter the time, the day. Shamsa literally was asleep. She like woke up like Undertaker. You guys like the Undertaker meme where he goes like, he just wakes. Shamsa literally wakes up like Undertaker to come to the stream. Shamsa with the big $30 California Smash, becoming the top stream ninja and stream Hokage. All right, let's get the Buck Bumble out of the way, then get back to you guys' comments, because Age of Calamity is gonna take the whole stream almost, you know? We gotta get to the Xbox Series S, but let's take a little break from Age of Calamity. We'll get a Buck Bumble, we'll get Christian's pictures, and all of that. So, all right, Shamsa, you guys put that emotes in the chat. So the history of Buck Bumble, there was it has a really weird song for the intro, and I remember like when I first started taking donations for music, you can play, like you can donate any amount and I'll drop the music that you want me to play. And Arum, who's one of the mods here on the chat, said, hey, can you play Buck Bumble? And I remember playing the game from back in the day, like, oh my gosh, that stupid, like, Jamaican sounding, like, reggae song or whatever. I was like, all right, I'll play it. And then ever since then, people started trolling me. They started asking, like, they started donating $1 and asking for Buck Bumble. So then I started saying, okay, no, it's $5. And people started donating $5 for Buck Bumble. And I'm like, all right, that's too much. People started trolling me. I'm like, all right, it's $10. It's $15. So then we settled on $15 or $10, and now it's like at a normal, we settled at $15. Now it's at a normal thing because people were just trolling me all day with Buck Bumble music requests for $1. So I was like, all right, we gotta stop. We gotta put an end to this because it was like the whole stream would just be playing Buck Bumble, you know? So yeah, exactly. VC trolled me and wanted me to play like the one with the F word in it, like demonetized the stream. By the way, like that whole stream got demonetized, and it got me to the point to where the yellow marks, like my live streams would end after that stream. My live streams would end, and it would hit me with the demonetized immediately, and like it wouldn't trust me, so I had to wait for verification after that because it's an F word really loud, and it caught it on the algorithm. And I just remember dealing with the stupidity of demonetization after my streams ended every single time because of that song that VC asked me to play. Like, I was actually kind of low-key pretty pissed off. But I held it in. I took one for the team. I held it in. But I was actually kind of pissed off because for like the next 2 weeks, they would demonetize my streams. Like, I'd have to wait for verification for monetization. So it sucked. That's back then. YouTube was being crazy back then. It was like, you know, what was it? Adpocalypse Part 2, you know? It was like PewDiePie said that thing that he said, and advertisers freaked out, and, you know, like, it was horrible. It was not a good time for small content creators. All right, guys, so my shoulder, like I said, I'm having a little bit of shoulder problems right now, but we still got the Buck Bumble theme. We can still do it. We can just do one hand. Do one hand like this. Hey, it's not loud enough though, is it? Hold up. All right, we got spam those bumbles in the chat. Spam those bumbles. Oh my gosh, yo. We gotta do it. We gotta do it like this. We gotta do it like a little rotator cuff. It's a new dance now. You gotta do the rotator cuff dance. Kyle Armstrong, donate any amount, and then you can get a song request. All right, Kyle. So just put a donation, drop a donation, and then put the song that you want in the donation, and then we'll drop it. We just don't play random music, otherwise 300 people will be asking me for music all stream. All right, here we go. While this song stinks, thou shalt get banned for saying the Bumble stinks. No, I'm joking. Don't ban him. Don't ban him. Don't ban him. What are you talking about, dude? This is the Buck Bumble. This is the Buck Bumble. All right, let's check out some of Christian's picks here. Let's check it out. Send me a bunch of photos. All right, so we've got some Unreal Engine stuff there, looking really good. I don't know what the hell's going on screen, but it looks cool. Some new models of Link. The T-pose, baby. The T-pose. Gotta roll with the T. Is it Calamity Kid? Thank you for the subscription. Appreciate that. Also, Blue Cheese, thank you for the follow. Shout outs, guys. Welcome to the stream. More T-poses. The T. The T-pose, baby. The T-Bumble? It's the T-Bumble. Oh my gosh. Shout outs. Thank you so much for the donations, guys. Thank you so much, Christian. I appreciate that. Shout outs. Welcome Welcome to all those who just joined us. We're talking about Legend of Zelda, Hyrule Warriors, Age of Calamity. Age of Calamity. If the graphic matches the trailer. Yeah, exactly. The graphic, it does. It does. It looks great, man. Shout outs. It looks really good. Chase Tenney with another $5. Chase with the 2 donations today. Says, all right, I remember this song from back in the day. Totally worth another 5, my man. Next time, if I can stand and fist pump, that would be funny. Hey, shout outs, Chase. Hey, thank you so much for the donations, man. Hopefully you're having a good day at work. And I appreciate your support on the channel, guys. I appreciate all of you guys' support. You guys give some love once again to Shamsa as well. No matter what time it is, crazy times in the morning, Shamsa always comes through and shows the support, man. So I'm really appreciative of you guys. It's so much fun. You know, so much fun. So much fun to be able to play this type of stuff, man. He says, pre-order the digital version of Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity to receive the Lucky Laddie in-game item. Link can equip it in battle paired with Potlet. Oh, gosh, you can fuse it with other weapons for stat boosts. Okay, man. We got a Potlet and a Laddie. Potlet. Let's see here. Series S is too overpriced. The Series S is definitely not overpriced. That is a very, very good price for the Series S. So let's go. We can talk about Age of Calamity, guys, but let's also get into the next topic here, though. We have a brand new system reveal. The Xbox Series S has been confirmed. Has been confirmed. The Xbox Series S. It's going to be $299. And I don't know why anybody. I think you're probably or you're not exaggerating. I think you're probably just being sarcastic. But it is not overpriced. It's a 4 teraflop system that plays next generation games, that has the same CPU and everything for $299. It is an incredible value. It is an incredible value. That is cheaper than the Xbox One was at launch. Power-wise, it's actually great value. The only problem is that it's digital only. That's the only big problem with this system, is that it's digital only, which is unfortunate. But for the power that you get, it's very, very good. I disagree with that completely with that assessment. It is not overpriced at all. It is very reasonably priced at $299.
Let me hear you. If you're ready for the brand new thing.
Get normally, it's just not going to be 4K. So the system still is going to be able to play games at the same frame rate, but it's just not going to get you the 4K resolution. It's going to be a 1080p, 1440p. It's going to be an upscaling thing. So basically, they're building this one for monitors and streamers. You know, it's like right there. Like, see, here we go. Let's talk about this real quick. I love Dreamcast guy's facial expressions in his videos, man. Like, and why is there such a big gap between Xbox and League? Dreamcast guy is the best. He's honestly the best. So look, all digital, which sucks. 1440p up to 120 frames per second. So you're still gonna get the frame rates, you know, with the games. The CPU is still there for the frame rates, guys. People are saying that you're gonna get crappier frame rates. No, that's not the case. What they did is they built this system to be, you know, lower resolution. But you're still going to get the good frame rates or whatever the case is, right? DirectX ray tracing. So it still has all the new architecture features, modern gen features of what they're looking for the Xbox Series X. The GPU just can't push out that 4K resolution, you know? Variable rate shading, variable refresh rate, ultra low latency, custom. See, this is another really bad thing about this system. It's a custom 512 gigabyte SSD. It's custom. It's not standard. So essentially what's happening here, guys, is that if you want more space, and you're going to need more space, you're going to have to buy their expensive custom SSDs. They do not use marketplace, SSDs. They use custom SSDs. So if you want to upgrade 512, you might think that's good, but the problem is that the OS is going to eat up about maybe 100 gigabytes of that or more. So you're really not going to get 512. What you're going to get is probably 300 something to maybe low 400. So that's what you're actually going to get is high 300s or about 400 gigabytes. I think the OS is definitely going to eat up not most, but it's going to eat up a good portion of that. So a few games, and you're done. That's the problem with this system. You have 4K streaming media playback, so Netflix, all that good stuff. You have 4K upscaling for games. So if you're playing on a monitor like mine or a 4K monitor, it's probably going to look very similar to the Xbox Series X because it's going to upscale it, and they're probably using some type of DLSS technology with what they're doing, like their form or their version of it with this upscaling. Or it's going to be, this is built for monitors. It's built for fast play monitors, get right in quickly, whatever. And for people that just play Madden and don't give a damn, like 1080p is good for them or 1440p is good for them on their TV. They can't tell the difference between 4K or whatever the case is. So there's positives and there's negatives. There's positives and negatives of this system. So that's the problem. But the price, it's the price. Every system has positives and negatives. Every system has positives and negatives, but the price of this system is the very good thing about it. It's launching November 10th, and it's going to be $299. The Xbox Series X is going to be $499. We got a leak on that one. The Xbox Series X is going to be $499. So all right, so that's that. If you guys want to talk to me about the Xbox Series S, Xbox Series X, also if you want to talk to me about Age of Calamity, I'm opening up questions, guys. Opening up questions for that, so feel free to drop your questions, whatever you guys need to do. I'll be more than happy to talk. I'm really hyped, man. I'm excited. Today's been such a great day for gaming news, man, so it's so cool to talk to you guys, about this. This ain't backlog friendly. Might have to limit myself and have on there like 4 games, complete them with another, get another 4. It might be able to sync up with your account. And if you have the game physically, it might be able to do a digital transfer, but we're going to have to wait and see on that one. We need to see what Microsoft does with your account and like if you have the game physical and if, what happens there, But yeah, it's not looking so good right now, but we'll see. Me World with the $5 donation through Super Chat says somewhere in the alternate 2020 reality where COVID doesn't exist, mutated insects invaded humanity and Buck Bumble is still fighting for our freedom. You know what? You're right about that, Me World. That's a great comment, and I agree with you 100%. Let's see here. So Persona Scramble or New Hyrule Warriors, which one is more hype? For me, Age of Calamity is more hype because Age of Calamity is a prequel to a game that's already crazy good and you wanted to know what happened. Whereas Scramble is a sequel to an amazing game where you already know what happens and then they're telling more. So this is more fit in with the lore of it, more so than them making up something for a sequel, right? This is different because this says, hey, you guys know about that really cool thing that happened in this amazing game? We're going back and exploring that. So this is more hype for me at least. Let's see, I'm a big Sony fan and I think it's appealing, great features at an affordable price. Exactly. There goes monetization. Do we need the song for Age of Calamity's trailer? Yeah, I'll scrub the song, so it's okay. I don't think that song's copyrighted though, to be honest. I don't think it will be. Let's see. Okay, guys, I'll get back to sleep. Maybe Shamsa literally woke up just to support. Yo, Shamsa, thank you so much. Love you so much. Thank you so much, Shamsa. Thank you for the support on the channel. Seriously. Guys, stop arguing about PS5 and go do that go watch my other video on that. We're talking about the Xbox Series S and Xbox Series X. Right now, the launch lineups for both systems are just looking okay. Right now, PS5 definitely has if you want my opinion on this so we can end this stupid these stupid back and forths, PS5 has the advantage because it has Miles Morales. Not because of that Kenna game. That Kenna game might be good, but it's at the end of the day, it's an indie game, that's launching, that we don't know about. Like, it's a new IP. We have no idea if the game's going to be good or not. We know Miles Morales is going to be good. So, that's the advantage that the Xbox, or that the PlayStation has, is that it has Miles Morales. That's the advantage right there. It has Miles Morales, okay? So, there we go. Xbox does not have Halo. Xbox has third-party games in the medium and stuff like that. So the launch lineup advantage goes to the PlayStation, but it's not anything super crazy because all we know about is just Miles Morales at launch. So there you go. All right. So that ends that argument. All right, guys. Let's see here. Wendy says, I would only buy Xbox Series X for backwards compatibility in a year or two playing Xbox 360 games. There are a few great games I would like on the Series X. I mean, you can get an Xbox One X and play backwards compatible games and play them in great frame rates and in good resolution. Xbox One X is very strong, so I mean, you can do that. Will Age of Calamity outsell Cyberpunk? No. Cyberpunk is multi-platform that people have been waiting for 8 years. Absolutely. It's not even going to come close. Cyberpunk is going to sell 30 million copies. It's not even, I mean, it's on PC, PS4, and Xbox One. It'll be on PS5 and Xbox Series X. There's no way. It's going to be on 5 systems, you know? It's not even close. It's not even close. It's not even close. That's a silly question. To be honest, that's a silly question. I'm not trying to be mean, but that's a silly question. Fire Blast says, I feel bad for Microsoft. They pretty much had their hand forced by leakers, but it seems to have worked somewhat in their favor. Yeah, it definitely worked in their favor a little bit. People are really talking about Age of Calamity. I know people are talking about this, but I think it did work out in their favor, but then it didn't, because like the Age of Calamity news kind of dropped, and everyone's kind of like, it's like this video, the Age of Calamity video is trending over the Xbox Series S world premiere. So more people are watching the Zelda stuff than watching the Xbox Series S stuff. So it worked in their favor, but then it kind of didn't because they didn't have the data themselves. People are still making videos and everything, but clearly the news about Age of Calamity is kind of taking some of the fire away, marketing-wise, from this. But they'll get it back, you know. But yeah, this trailer, it's going to do well. But right now, I mean, it's at, I'm looking on YouTube, it's at 600,000 views, 622,000 views. But the Zelda Age of Calamity stuff, that's at a million, about a million views. So yeah, it's number 2 on trending, on the trending list. So it's actually, and it's actually number 1 on trending. It's actually number 1 on trending is the developer diary for Hyrule Warriors. That's number 1 on trending right now. It's number 1. No, the developer diary, the story, that's number 1. So let's go and let's look at it, guys. I'll just show you guys so you guys can see for yourselves instead of me just saying it. So right now, number 1 on trending is Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity, the story before. So the 6-minute thing. Number 2 is Hyrule Warriors. Then number 3 is Death Battle. So I mean, then next is a bunch of other stuff. You know, that's not. Here we go. And then all the way here is people's comments on trending, you know, or other videos that they've made on whatever. So the trailer itself is not up there. So it is what it is, though, guys. I mean, but yeah. So this definitely took the fire away from Microsoft. So it worked in their favor. But then it kind of didn't work in their favor. Because, like, you would want this to be number 1 on trending, right? You would think that this would be the big thing to talk about today. But then Nintendo released a game, and it completely overrides it. And that's what I was trying to tell people about. What is Nintendo going to do to combat, the PS5 and Xbox? There's no way Nintendo can compete. Just drop a Warriors game. They drop a trailer for the Warriors game. All of a sudden, everyone's like, yo, because it's a game. It's not a system moving around. It's a game that we know, a franchise that we know, a franchise that we love. Games. It's not going to run at 4K, 120 frames per second. It doesn't have all that, but we're all hyped. We're excited. It's freaking Calamity War. We're ready to play games, you know? So that's what it comes down to, man. What you copping? The Xbox Series X, Xbox Series X or Series S? Since I assume you prefer PS5. I personally prefer Xbox for third-party games. I've always been more of an Xbox person for third-party. But of course, Sony first-party games have always drawn me in. But where I play most of my third-party games is definitely Xbox. So I prefer Xbox for third-party. I'm getting an Xbox Series X. and I'm gonna get an Xbox Series S. I think I'll buy both just to check it out. And then I'll buy a PS5 as well. I'm gonna buy, if I can get them, I'll buy them. But even if I can't buy them this holiday, that's fine. I'll buy them whenever they're available. But I'll try to get all of them. Let's see what you copping. No, based on they actually don't add them. Oh, hold up. You said if you add them up. Yeah, this is just the one trailer for Nintendo, the English one. If you add up all the trailers, yeah, it's way more than that, but it's just a single one. Then it was like, haha, Hyrule Warriors go brr. Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. Xbox isn't competition. Xbox is absolutely competition. Nathan Drake, check out my video on the Xbox Series. The price point will take market share away from Sony. There is no ifs, ands, or buts. I know you're hardcore PlayStation, and it's hard for you to realize that because you love PlayStation so much. But objectively speaking, you can't sit here and say a $299 system isn't going to take market share away. Because you're going to get the guy, believe it or not, Nathan, not everybody is hardcore God of War, Spider-Man. Some people, not even some, a lot of people just buy the cheapest system that they can play Call of Duty on. Okay? That is a big portion of people who play PlayStation and Xboxes. They buy a system to play Call of Duty. They buy 3 games a year. Madden, Call of Duty, NBA 2K. That's all they buy. Madden, Call of Duty, NBA 2K. They might try out Battlefield or something from EA every now and then, but that's all they buy. This is an extreme value for those people because they don't care about 10K or all that stuff. Like, they don't care about God of War. If everybody that bought PlayStation cared about God of War would sell 40 million copies. But God of War didn't sell 40 million copies. God of War sold 10 million copies. You know, 10 million plus. Horizon Zero Dawn would sell 30 million copies. There's 100 million PS4s plus, and those games don't sell more than Nintendo first party. So that's the problem that we're running into here. You know, the problem that we're running into, or that you don't see, is that a lot of people that buy PlayStation and Xbox systems care about Madden and Call of Duty. And they will buy the box that fits them the best for that. Sony got off to a good start last generation because it was the cheapest box that can play Madden and Call of Duty. Because they didn't have a bunch of crazy good first-party games. They had Killzone Shadowfall, and they had Knack. And Infamous Second Son didn't sell crazy numbers. So people were just buying it for Call of Duty and Madden and NBA 2K in the first couple years. Bloodborne doesn't sell crazy numbers. A lot of the exclusives that came out, Last of Us Part 2 or Last of Us Remastered, that was good. That was good for the system. People bought it for that for sure, you know? But that was just a remaster. You know what I'm saying? So that's what you got to realize. You got to realize that. You're not realizing it. You got to understand. Do you think Age of Calamity is worth buying for the story alone? I've never played a Warriors game. Not my style, but gameplay-wise. Yeah, I think it's worth it for the story alone. If you're a big Breath of the Wild fan, then yeah. To be fair, a game with the story that is a prequel to Breath of the Wild, out of all things, it's hard to beat. No, you're right about that. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. Sorry, I'm late to see your reaction video on Hyrule. No, that's okay. You guys, if you haven't seen my reaction video, go watch it. Okay, so everybody here, that if you haven't seen my reaction, go watch it, then come back. Go watch it, then come back. I don't care. It's all good. Oh my gosh. Taste Buds said future Etika. Thank you so much, man. I mean, I don't think I'll ever be as good as Etika, man. I'm not Etika, you know? But I'll try. I mean, it's not like I'm trying. It's just that, like, I learned so much from Etika. He inspired me to be a better streamer. But I'll never be as good as Etika, and I'll never be Etika. I don't think I'll ever be Etika, but dude, thank you. I take that as a compliment. I don't care if people even call me like a, budget Etika. I don't care. I'll take any compliment comparing me to Etika in any type of way, good or bad. I'll take it. Rose Kami, yo, what's up, my boy Rose Kami? Good to see you here, man. I saw you in LTG stream the other night too, man. How you doing? Good to see you here. Welcome, 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 sir. This is why Sony's going to PC more. Yeah, so they can get extra sales, exactly. You see the insane hype for PS5 as Dreamcast has lower power. Dreamcast had lower price point. PS2 blew out of the water. The problem though is that Dreamcast was not a home for third-party games. That's the problem. So that comparison's null and void. Microsoft has done way better than Sega ever did with anything. Sega's never sold a system that sold. Microsoft has outsold Sega in every single way possible. So if you want to bring up Sega, then you have to bring up sales numbers too. Sales numbers wise, Sega's never beat Microsoft in terms of sales. The Xbox One has sold better than any Sega system to date. The Xbox One. The Xbox One sold better than any Sega system today. The original Xbox sold more than the Sega Dreamcast. So you can't compare the two. Microsoft has beat Sega in every single way when it comes to system sales and their competition against Sony. So I'm gonna have to disagree with that. If you're gonna bring up the Dreamcast, then bring up the sales. Then be fair about it. Then be 100% fair and don't leave off the sales numbers and how Microsoft has literally outsold Sega at every single point when it comes to things. With the Xbox 360, with the Xbox One, heck, even if you want to compare the most recent system in that generation to Sega, Xbox, the original OG Xbox, outsold the Dreamcast. So they had already been rising past where Sega was beforehand. Come on now, don't be biased. Philip says, oh my gosh, yeah, the cheap price is going to cause a pain to Sony. All those people who buy only 2 to 3 games a gen. Well, yeah, the people that buy like the Maddens and stuff like that, you know? Like they'll have like a whole list of games like after 6 years and it's just like Madden every single year, NBA 2K every single year, Red Dead, Grand Theft Auto. Those guys are going to be like, oh wow, $299, okay. Pandemic year, I don't have as much cash. Okay, yeah. Like, you cannot sit here and underestimate the price of this system in a damn pandemic, okay? And all the next-gen games are going to be playable on there. Like, you can't... Anybody who's disregarding the price, you have no idea what you're talking about. If you're disregarding price for third-party games, if you're disregarding the price of a system, that's insane. That's insane to do that. There's no way that you can just sit there and disregard the price of the Xbox Series S and say, oh yeah, it's no big deal. Who cares? You know? Yo, Rose Kami, just chilling, eating. Hey, there you go, man. Sounds like a good time. We're just talking about Age of Calamity. So, Rose, if you have any thoughts on the Age of Calamity, man, the new trailer, let us know, man. We'd love to hear your thoughts on it. The competition will be absolute. It's going to be fierce. I mean, I still think PS5 is going to end up selling better because it's going to have the first-party games. At least that we know of at first. But that doesn't mean there isn't going to be competition. That doesn't mean Microsoft is irrelevant. That doesn't mean they're not going to sell anything. I mean, look, guys, the Xbox One got bodied, right? We sit here and say the Xbox One got bodied. And yes, I know we're in a different time period than before, whatever. I get that. But for getting bodied, you still sell 50 million. Yes, that's not great in today's day. But damn, for getting absolutely bodied to sell 50 million plus, that's not... Like, they're off to a much better start than last time. And they've got guys, with inflation, look at this, guys. Back in the day, or back into 2013, they had a $500 system. They got a $200 cheaper system that lets you play Madden, Call of Duty, you know, NBA. You can't, bro, I'm telling you, man. When people go there, with the casual gamer goes to the store and they see next-gen systems, they're gonna look at that $299 and say, I want that, because all I play is freaking Red Dead and Call of Duty and Madden. You listen, I know for us that's tough we can't comprehend that, but you have to comprehend. Look at the best-selling games on Xbox and PlayStation. Look at the top-selling games. It's FIFA, Call of Duty, Red Dead, Grand Theft Auto. It's not, I mean, yes, God of War and some first-party games, Halo, whatever, they make it into there, but for the most part, guys, FIFA, Call of Duty, Madden. That's what is what people are buying. People buy systems for these games. I wouldn't be saying this if I didn't know what the hell I'm talking about. The numbers back up everything that I'm saying. Once again, if people were buying PlayStation, majority for their first party output, God of War would have sold 30, 40 million. God of War would have sold 20 million fast. But a lot of people buy these systems. They just buy the cheapest one there that can play their third-party games. That's it. That is facts, man. It's not me being devil's advocate. I'm literally going off of years, decades of analysis when it comes to Microsoft and Sony and their combat and what people think. The cheaper system with the third-party games has an advantage, even if it's weaker. Xbox 360 compared to PS3. Cheaper system, had the third-party games, blew up in your face, but Microsoft had to start, even with Sony's first party, Microsoft had the jump because of the cheaper system. So you can't disregard it. You just can't. PS4 was cheaper and more powerful too. Exactly, it's cheaper and more powerful, so people just rushed out and bought that one. Why buy an Xbox to play Madden and COD when you can buy a PS4 that's cheaper and more powerful? This gen, well, yeah, the PS5 is more powerful than the Xbox Series S, but it's $299. I'll go with that, you know? Yeah, I see it real life. There's so many casuals. There is. No, Philip, you're right. Anybody that's worked in an office knows. If you've worked in an office with 20 to 30-year-olds, you know what I'm talking about. I've worked day jobs with 20 to 30-year-olds, you know what I'm saying? And what they talk about, and none of them play the games that we love. They all play Call of Duty. Like, hey, man, you into Call of Duty? Hey, man, you into Madden? Hey, man, you into NBA 2K? Hey, man, you into Grand Theft Auto? It's all it is. It's never like, hey, man, you ever played Horizon Zero Dawn? Hey, man, Horizon Zero Dawn is... I've not... They don't ever... Casuals don't... Not saying that. You know? No, they're not. Sony's not like Nintendo with their first party games. They're not. No, they're not. No. And Ghost of Tsushima didn't sell Ghostbusters. It just sold good. It didn't sell like Ghostbusters though. Last of Us Part 2 sold like Ghostbusters. Although they haven't given us an update. But Ghost of Tsushima is definitely lower. And it's not like Sony. Sony and Nintendo are not the same because the majority of people who buy a Switch or buy Nintendo buy it for first party. The majority of people who buy PlayStation systems is definitely not for first party. It's more split, if anything, more for third party games, more so than anything. That's why Sony's so adamant on buying exclusives like Spider-Man only and buying exclusive stuff that you can only get from third party games. They are very high on that because they know that, hey, third party sells our system more so than anything. It is definitely more of a 60-40 or 70-30 split. If it was more, if they were like Nintendo, then Sony's first party games would sell 15, 20 million easy, no problem all the time. It would be quickly to 20 million. It would be on par with what Nintendo's selling. Sony's first party games don't always get up to that high. Like God of War should have definitely been a 20 million seller in the first year and a half if it was like Nintendo, but it's just not. Now, do they have a portfolio of games like Nintendo, that first party that helps sell systems? Yes, but is that like the biggest reason why people buy it? Not exactly. Sony's third party games do way too well, actually outselling their first party games. So I can't sit here and agree with you when you don't have any facts. You don't have like the absolute facts to back up what you're saying. If FIFA and Red Dead and Grand Theft Auto didn't absolutely blow out all the first party games in sales, then I would agree with you. Or if the first party games were up there with GTA and Red Dead and all that, I'd agree with you. But the problem is that the first party games aren't up there with the best selling games on PlayStation, with the third party games. They're not, the top PlayStation first party is not up there with the top third party. So therefore there are a large number of people that are buying it for a third party, you know? A large number of people. Grand Theft Auto and Red Dead absolutely blew out Sony's first party sales. What third party games blow out Nintendo's games? None. Not even close. So that tells me that no, it's not exact same. It's not the exact same. And that's facts. There's nothing that you can argue about that. That is factual that Grand Theft Auto and Red Dead blow out Sony's first party games on their system respectively. Sales wise, they do much better on those. That's just facts. Grand Theft Auto does a lot better than any of the games on there. So I don't know what else to say, man. Let's see here. Yeah, PS4 doesn't have a single 20 million seller. You know, it doesn't have one single 20 million first party seller. I think the game that's closest maybe is what, Spider-Man or Uncharted or something like that, or Last of Us. If you compare Last of Us remastered with the first game and the second game combined, I mean, I don't know. But like, it's not a big deal. Like, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. You know why it doesn't matter? Because Sony this past generation made so much money on third-party royalties, it didn't matter. However, their market share will be cut into from the Xbox Series S. You can book it. You can book it, bank on it, 100%. Their market share will be cut into. Facts. Let's see here. 400 viewers. Let me get some donations though. We had some donations. DN, sorry guys, I forgot to do donations. I was in my preaching mode here. Mr. Smiley, Kazumi Crimson, thank you guys for the follows. Thank you so much. Also, DN's Megasdan with the $5 says, forget Xbox One and PS5. Nintendo shot across the polls with Zelda revealed today, especially with the release date 11/20. New Switch and new Switch next year. Well, we'll see what the new Switch next year. Thank you for the 5 DN Megasdan. Sebas H94 with the $2 says, money for 24K gold PS5, 8K. There's the price. Yo, let's go. Thank you for the $2, Mr. Sebas. And Israel Andres Suarez, thank you so much for the thank you so much for the subscription. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Thank you guys for the viewers too, man. I appreciate that. 400 people watching, guys. Make sure you hit that like button. Let's get some more new Elite Ninja into the village. We only have 164 likes, but 400 people watching. If you're enjoying the hype content, if you're enjoying the stream, if you're enjoying the interactivity and the hype and the energy, make sure you hit that like button. Let's get the 250 likes ASAP, boys. Let's go. All right, questions for those who just joined us. If you're here, we're talking about The Legend of Zelda. I'm calling it The Legend of Zelda, Hyrule Warriors, Age of Calamity. No, that's too long. Hyrule Warriors, Age of Calamity. We're talking about the Xbox Series S official reveal. If you have questions or if you missed something, feel free to drop them in the chat. You can tag me at PlayerEssence, hashtag PlayerEssence, or just PlayerEssence. Try to tag me, guys, so it highlights on my screen so I can see it. If you spell my name wrong or you don't tag me, I might not read off your comment since we have 400 people plus in here. All right, guys? So let's do it. All right, take it easy, Kazette. Thanks for coming out. This gen PS4 had a Call of Duty DLC available first on PS4. That exclusive made people get a PS4. Absolutely. So it's also why Sony can get away with only releasing 4 or so games this a gen. Well, they released more than 4 games a gen. I don't know what you're talking about there. They released a lot of games. This gen, Sony put out a pretty good amount of games. Not as much as Nintendo, but they put out a pretty good amount. Let's see here. No way, man. I'm gonna have to disagree with your market share. Well, unless you give me some facts. Unless you give me some facts that say that cheaper systems don't take market share, then cheaper systems that launch at the same time doesn't take market share. Unless you give me some facts that Microsoft hasn't taken market share without a cheaper system before, I don't know what to tell you, bro. Give me some facts that say otherwise. If you've got facts, Nathan is Drake, that a cheaper system can't take market share from Sony, then let me know. If you got facts that say that third-party people that just play third-party games don't pick the cheaper system, let me know. So give me some facts. Give me some, not fanboy, not hardcore fan facts. Not I love PlayStation and PlayStation games sell the best, so therefore that's better. I like PlayStation. Give me some actual data. Let's be smart about it, man. Let's not just make up stuff. Let's use stats. Let's be smart. You know? If you've got stats that say otherwise, let me know, and I'll be more than happy to change my opinion. But if you've got stats that say a $299 system at launch with third-party games all right there, and the value of a Game Pass and stuff like that can't get into market share, lay them on me. Let's hear it. Hey, how are you doing? I don't know about the new Warriors game. I didn't like the first one. Hey, then don't play it. How well do you think xCloud will run? Good. People are already playing it. To be honest, I'm sitting on the fence when it comes to Xbox Series S because it's digital only. Do you understand what I'm saying? You can buy the more expensive one that's physical too. There's an Xbox Series X that has a physical. So you don't have to sit on the fence. Just buy the other one. How about the fact that all Xbox systems have sold like shit? So the Xbox 360 sold bad? Chris, preach. Are you sure about that? Because the Xbox 360 sold 80 million plus. So all Xbox systems have sold bad? I think you might need to go back and look at the history books, buddy. Milkshake says, I agree. My casual brother has never played a first-party game this gen on PS4, just annual third-party releases. I'm not making stuff up, guys. I'm being honest with you guys. Let's see here. I mean, it's not, and to be honest, it's not even about fanboy or not. It's about like sometimes I'll say things sometimes to which people will accuse me of fanboy or whatever the case is, but whatever I say, I back it up with like actual facts. Like I don't support things like you can call me a fanboy for defending Mario, whatever. That's fine, but I don't support things that are anti-consumer. So I'm not gonna sit here and be fake with you guys. I bought 3 copies of it. I'm not gonna sit and tell you guys, oh, well, this is a horrible business thing. I can't believe it. This is preposterous. Oh, by the way, I bought 3 copies. I bought it because I wanted the game. I don't give a damn for other people some little Timmy can't get it till next year. That's his bad. It's not me. You know how many times I was little Timmy back in the day and I couldn't buy stuff? You better sit down and take your beating like I did. Go play Fortnite. I didn't have Fortnite to play when I was a kid. I just had to sit there playing Chrono Trigger for the 9 millionth time. I'm just getting so tired of people talking about for other people. Like nobody did that for me. People need to learn you need to learn that you're not gonna have everything that you want. That's what builds character. That's what makes you work hard. We're not freaking Kim Kardashian's kids. That's what builds character. You work hard so you can get your own damn thing when you grow up. One of the stories that I always tell people, when I was younger, my dad never turned on the damn air conditioner. I live in the Central Valley. It's hot as hell. We're literally cooking. We're literally baking in the damn heat, 100-degree heat. Humidity crazy. Air quality garbage. He didn't let us turn on the air conditioner. I said, man, one of these days, I'm going to grow up. I'm going to buy my own damn house. I'm going to fudging turn on the air conditioner whatever I want. That's what you got to do. You got to work hard for what you want. That was one of my things. And I got my own house now, and I turn on the damn air conditioner whenever I want. And I don't care if the bill is at $300. Oh, well, that's what I want. It's my house. So you got to work for it. If you can't afford a game right now, oh, well. You get it later or whatever. That's what happens. Nobody cried me a river when I was a kid. So I'm trying to be empathetic, but then I'm not. It's like, that's what you got to go through. And I even understood it back then as a kid. You don't always get what you want when you want it. Sometimes you got to wait. You know, you don't always get what you want. It's not a entitled. You're not entitled to everything that you want when you want it. If you don't got the money, then you don't got the money. You gotta wait. People said sometimes people just sit there and think that everybody's entitled to everything. You're not. Let's see, it's not just online polls. There was a study that is done in convention that shows PS5 was heavily favored. Polls and studies show PS5 will do PS2 numbers. Polls and studies showed that PS4 would do PS2 numbers, and that's not the case there. And polls and studies aren't actual facts. That's just polls. That's not facts. I need actual factual based off of history that what you're saying is correct. I need actual facts because I've given you facts. I've given you numbers. I've given you actual data. I'm not giving you polls are just polls. Polls aren't actual facts. They're just and polls can be biased as well. Let's give me some actual hard numbers facts. Polls can be extremely biased. Like when you look at the Famitsu most wanted list and it's like, oh, all these PlayStation games are scheduled to do way better, and then the games come out in Japan and Nintendo games absolutely destroy them in the polls. The polls were these Sony games were going to do better, but so Nintendo games end up selling a lot better. So nah, that's not facts. That's not facts, man. You're just, like I said, it's just you're being a fan, which is fine, but you've got no facts. You've got none. I need actual facts. Nathan Drake is taking an L. He's taking a big PlayStation L right now. I'm giving you facts. If you don't want to listen, man, if you don't want the knowledge, that's fine. But don't be mad when when I call you out and I say I told you so. You know what I'm saying? Don't be mad. Because we can look back at the PS3 versus the 360 and the cheaper system with third party cut into Sony's market share. Facts. Facts. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Xbox 360 with a cheaper system and less powerful cut into Sony's market share. Facts. Enough. This conversation's over. Give me something that is facts, not polls, not your opinion, but give me facts. Let's see here. Well, it's going to do worse than PS5 in Japan. PS5 is not going to do that great in Japan. And I'm not saying that the Xbox Series S or the Xbox Series X is going to outsell PlayStation. I already said that I think the PS5 is going to do better. But to sit here and say that it's not going to cut into their market share at all is ridiculous. At a $299, that's ridiculous. Not everybody is a hardcore drone that just buys PlayStation over Xbox. Some of them actually look at price and say, okay, I'm going to make a decision here. You know, in a pandemic year, let's see here. Any thoughts on financing option? Yeah, finance. We need to talk about that, Joel. That's also another good point. The financing option is also another very good thing. Very good thing for people out there to be able to finance the Xbox Series X or the Xbox Series S. I love the idea. That is not the first time that we've gotten that before. Walmart had a layaway program financing for Xbox 360 arcades back in the day. So it's not a completely new idea, but it is new for at launch. So I think that's a good idea. Anytime that you can have financing is a good idea. I think it's always good to have multiple options to purchase. So that's good. Kids can build up their credit. If your parents got you a credit card or if you have one, well, you just finance it every month. You pay that, it builds your credit. It builds life lessons, you know? So it's good. You need to have good credit. You need to finance things. Like if you want to be able to afford things in life, you've got to be able to finance stuff on credit. And for a lot of 17, 18, 20-year-olds, maybe they have their first credit card. That might be something that you can finance, that you can pay month to month from your job or whatever you're doing, your allowance or whatever the case is. I think that's a good idea. I like it. It teaches you responsibility if you do it right, you know? And it builds your credit because trust me, guys, credit's very important here in America. Credit's very important. I don't know how credit works in other countries, but here in America, whew, when I went to go buy my car, guys, in 2016, I needed a cosigner. My sister needed to cosign for me. At my age. I had to have my sister co-sign my car for me because my credit was trash. So I couldn't even get a car by myself. I couldn't even drive even though I had the money. I needed a co-signer. Oh my gosh. So yeah, man. Since I'm staying away from credit cards, if I were you, TH3, I would just get a credit card and just build it slowly. Just little things. Don't do anything crazy. Just little things. But you're really young, so it doesn't matter. But I mean, if you can build your credit in your teens and show that you've had dope credit since your teens or early 20s, man, when you go to buy that house, they're going to be like, oh, you want a house? What's your financing option? Okay, you want this house? Dude, when I went to go buy a house, you know how much money they gave me for a house? $150,000 for a house. I'm like, what the hell is this, dude? I got screwed. I'm like, what is $150,000? You want me to buy a shack? What is this? You want me to live in the hood? What am I gonna do with $150,000 for a freaking house, man? Like, so I had to wait a whole nother year, build my credit up, and then they gave me $240,000. But then I ended up buying a house that was $200,000. But like, dude, I'm telling you, man, I had to wait a year. I had to spend a whole nother year in an apartment complex, spending $1,200 a month on rent. That screwed me, man. Because this house that I got is $1,400. So think about that. I wasted $10,000 plus on rent. That's a lot of money, man. You know? So just be careful with be careful with that, guys. Build your credit early if you can. Because you're going to end up like me, needing co-signers, getting no money for, even if you've got the money, like you've got a good job, you've got the money to do whatever you need to do, you're going to end up not getting stuff. Even though you're set, you're like, wait a minute, hold up. I have a good job. I'm making good money. Why? They're like, no, well, we looked at your credit and there's not much to go off of here, you know? So just keep that in mind, guys. Keep that in mind. Let's see here. When is a good idea to get a credit card and start building credit? As early as possible. People that get into credit card trouble are the people who buy it on frivolous things. You're spending it on vacations and all that. What you should use on credit card is like stuff that you feel is like essential. So let's say you go to Walmart and you buy groceries twice a month. Okay, use your credit card there. Pay it off right away. You know, pay it off, and once the date comes, pay it off right then and there. Don't go too crazy with it. Set limits for yourself and start building your credit. As your credit gets better, they'll give you more and more money. So my credit card started out when I was in college. My credit card started out at $500 a month, and then it went up to $1,000, and then it went up to $2,000, and now my credit limit is $10,000. You know, but that's over the course of more than a decade. You know, So it'll slowly go up as your credit gets better and better and better. But my credit was horrible, you know, and I had a lot of credit card debt in my early years. So I would say build your credit as early as possible, but be smart with it. Don't just spend it on whatever the hell that you want. You know what I'm saying? And don't wait to pay it off, and do not pay the minimum payment on there. They're gonna rack you with interest, you know? So don't pay the minimum payment on there. And get a reward zone card too. Get a card where like you get cash back or whatever the case is, like Credit Union One or whatever. I know there's like some certain ones, Citibank. Get like the cool credit cards, you know, that do stuff for you when you buy stuff with it, you know? So yeah. So anyway, keep the questions coming though, guys. If you guys got questions, feel free to drop them in the chat. Let's see here. Releasing the game during the pandemic, only 7 months, while 40 million Americans are laid off, is pretty anti-consumer. Well, if you think it's anti-consumer and you're gonna say that I'm riding Nintendo, that's fine. But I bought the game. I don't give a damn about what you think, Fiji Gaming Network. If you think it's anti-consumer, great. But I don't support things that are anti-consumer, and I bought 3 copies. So if you want me to tell you what you want me to tell you, that's fine. But I bought 3 copies of the game. But if you want, I can tell you, yeah, it's anti-consumer. It's the most horrible thing in the world. By the way, I bought 3 copies, so I'm a hypocrite. So do you want me to be a hypocrite? Is that what it is? Is that what you're telling me to do? I'll read your dumbass comment, all right? I'll read your comment. I was looking at the YouTube chat. I'll read your stupid comment, okay? And I read your dumb comment. Let's see here. So if you think it's anti-consumer, that's great for you. Good for you, it's anti-consumer for you. But for me, I bought 3 copies, so I'm not gonna tell you what you wanna hear. Or do you want me to be a hypocrite and tell you what you want me to hear? Because if you want, I can do that for you. You got a stupid name too, so I can tell you stupid things. Fiji Gaming Network, that's pretty stupid. So if you want me to tell you dumb things, I can tell you dumb things. Sure, it's anti-consumer, but I bought 3 copies. Happy? Philip says, hell, when I first moved out, I needed a co-signer to get an apartment, and now I have a great credit. I use my credit card all the time, but I'm always paying most of it off in one shot. All right. I mean, that's what he wants to hear. He wants to hear me say that it's anti-consumer and I'm riding Nintendo. I bought 3 copies. So you want to hear me say what you want? Fiji Gaming Network? Water Bottle Gaming Network? Like Fiji, and by the way, Fiji water sucks. It's trash. Black Cat says there's some truth there, my man. My wife and I use our credit card to pay bills. We keep the money in the bank and keep an interest for our house. We pay our card monthly. There you go. Robert Rogers says, do you think Sony could get away with making all digital 300? Probably not, because it's the same power as the regular standard one. So I don't think they can get away with it. No. Let's see here. Hell no, OJ, take the Fiji's amazing. Nah, I don't like the water. It's trash. That water's trash. That's fine if he wants to say that it's if I'm right, I'm a paid bot and all this other nonsense and all this other stuff. That's fine. You can say it all you want to. But I bought 3 copies. I'm not gonna sit here and say things just because you guys think it's one thing. I don't support anti-consumer that I think is anti-consumer. Is it anti-consumer for other people? Sure. Do I think it is? No. I'm gonna tell you guys the truth of what I think. If you can buy it right now, then buy it. You've got your game. You know what I'm saying? Like, you've got your game good. But if you think it's anti-consumer and the worst thing ever, then okay. Cry river. Fiji Gaming, bitch. Anyway, moving on. Let's see. Mocat says, hell no, that's Fiji is amazing. Let's see here. So Link does die in the game. Well, yeah, he dies and then he's like kind of dies, but then maybe obviously if you play Breath of the Wild, then you know what happens. He wakes up 100 years later. You know. Let's see here. In your opinion, is the Xbox Series S suitable for Game Pass? Is it suitable for Game Pass? Yeah, of course. It's going to be a Game Pass machine. It's going to be a Game Pass machine. Why is the term anti-consumer becoming a trend this year? Because people have nothing better to do than to talk. Hey, OJ, do you have any info when pre-orders go live for Series S and PS5? No, I don't know, man. But I guess that it'd be later this month. Fiji water is garbage. In your opinion, is let's see. Savage Animator says, by the way, the reason why I get hyped for directs is mainly Smash reveals, since I'm a hardcore Smash Ultimate fan, but I'm also a huge Nintendo fan as well. And that's fine, but you haven't played Breath of the Wild. So you can get hyped for directs, but if you haven't played Breath of the Wild, you need to play Breath of the Wild. Stop getting hyped for directs and just play Breath of the Wild. I love Third Strike. I love Third Strike too. Yo, Snake23J, thank you so much for the follow. Appreciate that. Please don't listen to those clouds. We really love you the way that you are. I'm not. Honestly, do you guys think, with my personality and what I've said today, do you guys think that I'm going to cower to clowns on Twitter and cower to clowns on here that try to force my hand and tell me that I'm writing Nintendo and this because they want me to just say what they want me to say? Honestly, do you really think that I'm going to sit here and cower to these people? No, I don't think it's anti-consumer because I bought 3 copies. No, I don't support anti-consumer things. Personally, me. Anybody who supports stuff that's anti-consumer, you're the fraud. So if you sit there and you say something super anti-consumer and it's horrible and the worst thing in the world, you're worse than me. Because you're supporting something that you think is, that you personally believe. I'm not speaking for other people. I'm speaking for myself. A lot of these clowns online like to sit there and speak for other people. Shut up. Speak for yourself. If you think something is super anti-consumer and blah, 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 then you don't buy it. Why should I worry about what you think? I don't know you. Now, if I know you, then I can accept your opinion. Like Psycho Pie talked about, he felt that he didn't like it or whatever. Okay, I know you. But if I don't know you, what am I going to sit here and worry about your opinion for? So when these clowns come into my stream, or when these clowns come on Twitter and try to call me out and tag me and stuff like that, you guys are idiots, because some of them even said that they're buying the game themselves. So you're the problem, because you're supporting something that you personally believe is anti-consumer. I'm not the problem, because I'm the one who doesn't think it's anti-consumer. It's my opinion that it's not, because I got my copies. So I don't care. It's not a big deal to me. You're the problem, not me. Everybody come here talk about I'm the problem. No, you're the problem. If you bought the game and you still think it's anti-consumer, if you're going to get the game, you're the problem, not me. And I'm only strictly talking to people that want to try to call me out. I'm not talking about people. I'm not talking about the Spawncast crew or people who feel that it is and still getting it. That's different. They talk to me reasonably. I'm talking about people that want to call me out and call me names. If you're going to call me out, call me names and all that, no, I'm going to put you on blast. I'm not going to be bullied by people online. I already told people that. I'm not afraid of any of you weirdos or any of you people on Twitter. Y'all can talk all you want to. You see me in person, you won't say a damn thing. Let's see here. Philip says, it's hilarious. Have these clowns ever heard of limited stuff? Frankly, 3D Mario Stars isn't even that limited. It's available for 6 months. Anyone wants to can get it. It's everybody's opinion. If you think that that's horrible, it's the worst thing in the world, that's cool. More power to you. I'm gonna disagree, but whatever. Y'all can do whatever you want, you know, at the end of the day. Let's see here. Calling OJ out. Fiji water. Fiji, I think about water is the best bottled water available, bro. You tripping. What up, OJ? Can't stay at the moment, but I wanted to check and say hi. Hey, party man. Hopefully you're doing okay, man. Shout outs, man. Don't worry about me, man. Go be with your family, dude. Go be with your family. Me World 2 with the $2 dragon OJ. Speak the truth. I am. These people are a bunch of frauds. I'm not fraudulent. You can sit here, you can call me all the names that you want to call me, which people do. I've had plenty of people call me the names all you want to, but y'all sitting here and praising people that are literally telling you this is the worst thing ever and then are buying the game. Don't come after me. You know? I think that idiot left though. I don't think he's even here anymore. So it's like, don't come after me, bruh. Nice, just picked up Travis Scott burger. About to scalp it for $1,200 because it's lit. Gonna sell an old burger. You guys remember that episode of SpongeBob where SpongeBob meets a burger, a Krabby Patty, and takes it out on a date? And it's like the perfect Krabby Patty, and it's all like old and crusty. That's gonna be Double D selling, waiting to scalp his Travis Scott burger. Let's see here. I appreciate that. Just finished up, so I'm on my way home. Everything's cool. All right, man. Party, man. Glad that you got through it, bro. Seriously, I'm glad that you got through it. Oh, glad that you got through it, bro. It's always a rough time. Let's see here. This McDonald's will look the same for you from now. Oh, bro. That's actually one of my favorite episodes. Yeah, that's a good episode. It's funny how people try to bully you on the internet. It's them noodle arms. Yeah, exactly. Oh, yeah. Oh, Fiji Gaming Network. Oh, you're writing Nintendo. I dare you, Fiji Gaming Network. Nobody's gonna sit there and say, hey, you're the guy that's, you fanboy, Nobody's gonna sit there and tell me that in person. A lot of y'all get really big and bold. Y'all sitting here looking like Kamala, getting all big and extending yourself, turning into the Hulk online. And then when you meet somebody in person, you turn into Bruce Banner. You turn into this nerd. You turn into this damn, or you're actually a freaking nerd. You're a nerd. You're not the Hulk. You're not Kamala. You're not an Avenger. You're not big and bad. You guys people sit here and talk so big and bad online. You won't say a damn thing. I bet you 10 you wouldn't. Slap the nerd off your face to come and talk to me like that, bruh. Like, seriously, people sit here and talk so big. Like, they talk to people. You would not talk to people like you talk to people like this in person. Me, I talk to everybody how I talk to. You can speak to my friends A-Train. You can speak to people that I've known. Everybody that I know says that. Yo, OJ, the way that OJ is, he's OJ. If you're a homie, I'm gonna talk to you like a homie. If you're not a homie, or if I don't know you, I'm not gonna talk to you. I'm not gonna talk to you in any type of way. You know what I'm saying? Let's see here. But yeah, these noodle armed weirdos, man, sitting here and attacking me. I mean, I talked to Nate last night. I mean, Nate was cool. He was like, yo, man, like, nah, there's no problem. He's like, he even said like, yo, man, if you want me to put out a tweet, like, I can if people are coming after you. I'm like, no, you don't even got to do that. You know, like, just as long as we good. He said, yeah, man. He's like, chill. Like, it's just video games. So it's like it's not like a big deal, man. Like, it's not people out here taking it, coming to the streams and trying to, like, you ain't slick. You know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't slick. You're not slick. You're not whatever. But like I said, Fiji Gaming douche. Anytime that you want to come and talk about it, let me know. You're not a man. You're a wuss. Let's see here. These dudes get so upset. They do get. How you gonna sit here and get upset? Make no money off of getting upset about video games? Like, I can respect angry. I can respect Angry Joe because he complained about the Mario thing. I didn't complain. I can respect what's his name? Review Tech. Because they're sitting there, they're making money off there. How you gonna sit there and rush to a comment section as not a personality, rush to a live stream to cry like a baby about video games? You don't make anything off of it. What type of loser mentality is that? That's why there's losers. That's why the term loser is here. Because losers waste their time. Talk all big and bad. You're not big and bad. You're not gonna talk like that to anybody in person. People sit here and get so hard online, you look at them that they got literally noodle arms. Literally noodle arms, talking all big and bad online like they can talk to people like that because you're behind a keyboard. Shut up, fraud. No, I didn't say F Review Tech. I said I respect Review Tech. Hold up here, Aeon Razor. I said I respect Review Tech. Because if you're going to sit there and complain about something, make money off of it at least. Like, that's why I said I love Obi. I mean, heck, man, like, people can sit here and say that they hate Obi all they want to or whatever, and, you know, not Nintendo, but I still follow him. I still rock with him because at least he's making money off of it, off the flip-flopping and all the nonsense. At least he's talking about it. At least he's doing something, being productive. Got these people these frauds that come here and tag me on Twitter. What do you do? You're nobody. You're no personality. You're not making anything. You're not doing anything. You're not selling nothing. You're not doing anything. But yet you're tagging people and you're going after them. I'm not saying that if you're not making money off of stuff that you're not allowed to have an opinion. You're allowed to have that opinion. But if you're gonna come after people over and over and over, for what? Over their opinion on a Mario game? What type of little D freaking loser mentality is that? Attack people over a Mario game. Call people names over a Mario game. Like, you already know this person doesn't get no girls. You already know this person doesn't get no guys if he swings that way. You already know he doesn't because sitting here getting salty and going into streams talk about Mario. Like, what type of, and not making anything. I'm on the Spawncast. We talk about it there because that's a tool. That's a driver for all of our content. You know? What is the point of doing all that if what's the point? I don't go to streams. I don't go to OB stream and argue with them there. I'll go on Twitter and have a little bit of fun with them, but I still rock with them, you know? I still rock with them. I watch Rich all the time. Baldwin with the $1.99. Also, Eric Pung with the subscription. And he says, how long do you think Age of Calamity will be? It's probably going to be very similar to Hyrule Warriors. So we're looking at the maybe 15 to 20 hour range maybe for the game. 10 to 15, depending on how fast you go through it. But there's probably going to be like tons of replay value. So it just depends, man. There's probably going to be a lot, though. It's probably going to be a pretty good size game. Caught the sealed promo disc as soon as Click posted hers yesterday. Nice. They're looking for pity clout. Misery loves company, bruh. Oh, and here's another old saying: monkey or money talks, but BS walks. Oh yeah, I think you said monkey talks. Yeah, absolutely, Shadowbreaker. Absolutely, man. I agree with you on that one. Like, and the reason why I'm being animated about it is only because I'm on stream. If I'm not on stream, I'm just gonna be like whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's like I'll just talk to it like normal. But like I remember I was talking to my my wife yesterday. And she asked me like, hey, how's everything going? I was like, yo, like these people are acting like crazy. And we just had a normal conversation about it. She's like, oh, don't worry about it. You know, that's kind of how it is when you're online personality. That's like, oh yeah, that's just how it is. But like when I'm talking like to you guys here, it's like, I'm talking as of the perspective like somebody's like whack. You know what I'm saying? Like if you're talking to your homie. So like I'm not mad or I'm not angry at any of these people. Like you can say whatever you want, but I'm definitely gonna put you on blast. I'm gonna stick up for myself, and I'm not gonna sit there and let you just say whatever you want to me. I'm definitely gonna fire back at you. You know? Let's go and get you. We're gonna time this man out. Animated OJ is the best OJ. Yeah, because it needs to be entertaining. Life's too short to be mad about video games for real. Will there be physical copies or DLC? There'll be physical copies. I don't know about DLC. Maybe we'll hear about it more on the 26th. Nice. John Cartwright actually called Hyrule Warriors 2. In 2018, he says, if or when Hyrule Warriors 2 happens, I hope it takes place during the Guardian attack 100 years before the events of Breath of the Wild and ends with the inevitable defeat. I really just want to see 100 Guardians on screen at once. Yeah, he definitely called that. He definitely, we gotta give him some flames for that one, boys. The original Hyrule Warriors has a lot of DLC. It does. The original Hyrule Warriors does have a lot of DLC. The Definitive Edition gave you all that DLC with it. I mean, they might want to do it with this one. They might not. But I'm guessing they're going to do DLC. Like, why wouldn't they? So, yeah. Hey, what's up, Abaddon? Welcome to the stream. How you doing today, man? How you doing? Welcome to everybody here, guys. Those who are watching, 300 plus people. Thank you guys so much for the support today. Support's been absolutely insane. You guys are awesome. Please make sure that you guys hit that like button. I'm looking at the likes right now, and we should definitely be at more likes. We're at 202 likes, and we've got 350 people watching. So we should have at least another good, 50, 60 likes ASAP. So let's do it, boys. Let's do it. I might get the Mario collection. I only played a little of Mario 64 and never the other two. It'll be new to me. Yeah, I would definitely suggest getting it. Galaxy is one of the best games that I've played. It's one of the best games ever made. Yo, OJ, I thought Zelda had no powers before they attacked. No. What are you talking about, bro? Have you played Breath of the Wild? Let's see here. Your content is great. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Aeon Razor, thank you for the subscription. Does that make Linkle canon now? No. No, not at all. Not at all. Not even one bit. Not even a Linkle's not canon. Linkle's not canon. But I thought she was struggling. She was, but then she figured it out later. She figured it's during the war. During the war, she figured it out. Before the war started, like as the war was about to ramp up, those are the cutscenes that you're seeing. But when the war starts, she figures it out. She unlocks it. Hey on Razor with the $1. The Mac Mega comes in with the $1 too. Thank you so much, guys. Appreciate that. Appreciate the $1, boys. Linkle's nowhere near canon. I don't know why you would think she was like. Hyrule Warriors has nothing to do with Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity. They have nothing to do. Hyrule Warriors has nothing to do with Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity. Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity is a actual canon game. Hyrule Warriors is not a canon game. Hyrule Warriors is a spin-off where they just do their own thing with its own story and its own thing. That's not a canon Zelda game. Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity is literally a canon game. It is canon. It is part of the story. If you want to know everything with Breath of the Wild, you've got to play Age of Calamity or Age of Calamity. She's also using a Sheikah Slate. She is using a Sheikah Slate. I wonder how much DLC they'll input into the game. Probably a good amount. Some. They always do DLC with Warriors games. Every single time. So I'm guessing this one's going to have DLC. So this is Persona 5 Scramble of Zelda. Just prequel instead of sequel. Yes and no. Yes, because it's more than just the typical, right? It's actually canon within the story like Persona 5 Scramble is. But the difference is that the story was already established and we're going back. So, I mean, yes and no. Like, there's definitely a lot of similarities, yes, in terms of things. But there's some things that are kind of a bit different because you're talking about a story that's wrapped up. But yeah, I think that you said that, right? Prequel instead of sequel. So, yeah. I mean, but it's definitely there. Yeah, it's definitely a step above what you normally see. So yeah, I'm not gonna disagree with what you're saying essentially. Did they ever do DLC for Fire Emblem Warriors? They did a ton of DLC for Fire Emblem Warriors. There was like seasons of DLC. Fire Emblem Warriors had a grip of DLC. Oh man, a grip. I haven't said that word in a long time. Who's old and knows? I just showed my age. I just said a grip. Wow. I never say that. I haven't said that in like probably like a decade or so. I'm old. Let's see here. It's crazy how much it looks like Breath of the Wild shading. Well, I mean, it's a prequel, so it's got to look like Breath of the Wild, you know? A lot of you guys are probably like, a grip? What does a grip mean? That word has not been used recently. So most people don't use a grip. So it's like a handful. A grip, a lot. That's what we used to say back in high school. We used to say that. High school and like junior high. I think I'll say that. I think I'll say that in junior high. Get a grip has a different, I know you're just making a play on words, but yeah, that has a different connotation. But yeah. Oh, my dad says, yeah, I'm old. I'm definitely dad. I'm 46, so I'm definitely dad age. I could be, maybe I'm your dad. I'm 46, so I'm definitely older than most of you guys. People out here wigging out over the 3D Mario collection being limited. Meanwhile, Nintendo's like, free real estate. Do you think Nintendo will start doing Game of the Year editions or complete editions to include all DLC for like for Smash? They've done it a little bit, right? So you have like Hyrule Warriors Definitive Edition. You have like Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. They just call it Deluxe. Pikmin 3 Deluxe. So I mean, yeah, it's possible that they do it in other games because they've been doing it. They just don't call it sometimes they call it definitive edition, like Hyrule Warriors that has a definitive edition with all DLC. Pikmin, that's deluxe. Mario Kart deluxe. New Super Mario Bros. U deluxe. You know, so they'll do it sometimes for sure. Yeah. So Smash Brothers could be, but I think the biggest problem with Smash Brothers is that there's so much DLC and the DLC is so expensive compared to like the main game, right? Like if you want all the DLC in Smash Brothers, it's gonna cost you more than the main game. You know, for the most part, right? Well, not everything. Like if you're talking about like the Mii Fighter outfits and stuff, but like it's gonna cost you about the same as the main game, right? The main game is $60. First DLC pack is what, 24? Second DLC pack is 30, so that's 50, right? The 50 something right there, right? So, yo, Psycho Pie with the 32 JoJo! Let's go. Thank you so much, Psycho Pie, with the $32 donation, becoming the top stream ninja. Waiting till Shamsa goes to sleep. Oh my gosh. Yo, shout outs. Psycho Pie with the 32. He says, hey OJ, I hear you're interested in an RTX 3080. If you're still interested, I just wanted to let you know that supplies are very limited and they won't restock till 2021. Keep up the good work, man. Okay, yeah, it might be tough to get a 3032. I might go with the one before that. I'm not really sure, but I need a new PC. Like, I need a new PC for 4K rendering and all. I don't need one for for gameplay. I just need one for rendering. So I'll go with the best that I can get for this holiday. And if I need to upgrade, I'll just upgrade later down the line. But shout out Psycho Pie. Thank you for that heads up. But I'll go with like if I have to go with the 3070, I'll go with the 3070. You know, and I'll just because like 3070 is still much better. I got a 960, you know, in here right now. You know, so a 3070 is still a massive upgrade because I didn't go with the 2080. I completely skipped the 1080. I skipped the 2080. So I'm jumping 3 generations here now, right? So I'm jumping 3 gens here, you know? So I think I'll be good with the 3070 too, you know? And the funny thing is that with my 960, I can still play so many games like in good frame rates and everything like that. I just got to go roll a 1080p or 1440p. And I can still play all the modern games that come out. I can still play everything, you know? I got 16 gigabytes of DDR4 RAM, so I mean, I'm still okay. Obviously I can't play 4K and all that, but I can still play 1440p, 60 frames, like on medium or on like light settings, low settings. I'm getting the 3090. There's just no need for me to have a 3090. It's just too. That's $1,500. There's no need for me to spend $1,500 on a graphics card. Like I'm not even into gaming. It's not that serious for me. Like I'm not even into PC gaming that much like that. And the 3070 and the 3080, those will be able to do superb video rendering, fast video rendering. The 2080 is fast as hell, you know? So the fact that like this is going to be a next generation above that, I mean, I'm good with 4K videos, 4K, everything is fine, you know? All right, take it easy, Chase. Thanks for coming out to the stream. Psycho Pie, you guys give some love, respect, and emotes to Psycho Pie. Psycho Pie, we need an emote for you, man. Psycho Pie, I know you're an artist, so if you want to submit and give me an emote that you want, and I'll put an emote up on the channel for you, man. Since you're the king of the Zoomer roundtable, I gotta get you and Big Milo are getting emotes. So yeah, send me one if you want me. Like if you want me to like send me a Psycho Pie emote. Could I suggest a 1660 Ti? Nah, that's too low, bro. Why would I want to play Half-Life out? I don't care about VR. Danky Kong Jr. with the follow. Thank you so much, Danky Kong. 3070 might be next gen to work. 3080 is overkill. 3090 is obliteration. Yeah. I'm not going to even use it for gaming. All rendering stuff, content creation. That's overkill for content creation. Abaddon. 3090 is that's super overkill for content creation because like even like a 2080 is like kind of overkill for content creation. So like a 3090 for content creation is overkill for sure. Like that's definitely overkill. Because I mean people rolling with the 2080 are like zoom, you know? Gonna upgrade. Oh yeah, I've got to upgrade the CPU. I'm gonna get a complete computer, guys. I'm gonna get probably like 32 gigabytes of DDR, whatever the best DDR RAM. DDR4, whatever the newest one is. I'm gonna get that. Maybe 32. I'm gonna get a 3070 or 3080 whenever I can get. I'm probably gonna get like a Ryzen CPU. I'm gonna get like a new Ryzen CPU. I'm gonna definitely get something that's a nice computer. You know? Are you hyped for the new Hyrule Warriors? Feel like they made it. I feel like they made it in 2 months. They definitely didn't make it in 2 months. But yeah, I'm extremely hyped for it. I know you just followed, but we talked about it, you know, for a while. Hey, make sure you check out my YouTube channel, Donkey Kong Jr. Check out. I have a reaction to it, so if you want to see some hype in terms of what I reacted like to it originally, you can watch that on my YouTube channel, PlayerEssence. So make sure you subscribe there. So yeah, Tawana is extra thick and Crash. I'm not a furry, bruh. Rainbow Prism. Mark my words, in 2 years that 3070 will be below standards. Nah, because a 2080 isn't below standards for video editing. So, I mean, unless you're talking about like 8K rendering and all that come out like in 2 years, which I don't think it will. But like even like people with the 2080 are good right now. Yo, J2 Blue! Joe! Let's go. Thank you so much, J2 Blue, with the $20. JoJo, baby. Let's get it. And he says, just bought another copy of 3D All-Stars. I guess I'm supporting anti-consumer practices. No, you need to be mad. You need to be angry. You need to let everybody know that you're angry. You know what I'm saying? Like, you cannot support that. Or no, you can, but if you support it, you need to be angry about it. If you support it, you need to be angry about it. You need to make sure that you let people know because you're a real fan, you know? You know, so that's the truth. That's the truth. That's the truth of the matter, guys. Man, I love that JoJo animation, bro. It's so lit. Thank you so much, Shadowbreaker. I took a little bit of time to make it. It's just cool. I wanted to get all of the 5 of the JoJos all like in their coolest form. Although the Josuke one, they're like Josuke's. If you guys notice, like with JoJo Part 1, JoJo Part 2, JoJo Part 3, and JoJo Part 5, or JoJo no. Part 1, 2, and 3, they have like the really cool CG stuff, but Part 4 and Part 5 don't. So I had to use the actual like anime, you know. But Part 1, I mean, it would have been good if like all 3 of them had that same like graphical style, but they just don't. And I really wanted to include it. I could have included scenes like of the JoJos from the anime, but like the introductions are just so cool. So I wanted to have the introductions. But yeah, Part 4 was kind of, I mean, obviously Josuke, he's just like going like this. So I mean, that's probably the lowest part. But no, it's a good animation overall. I might replace that Josuke part though, with something else later down the line. But for right now, we're gonna stick with it. So right now we're gonna stick with it. Got those pre-order bonuses too. Oh, you talking about like those stickers or those like, what are those little things that you're talking about, Double D, with Mario? Like at Target or something like that? Here, I'm angry. Link uses bombs before he goes through the shrines, and Zelda uses stasis. Is canon breaking? No, it's not really canon breaking. And the reason why it's not canon breaking is because it's the war. You know what I'm saying? It's the war. It's the war. So the thing about it is that we're probably going to figure out what happened and why he's able to use those during the war. That's the thing. So we're going to figure it out. So I don't think it's canon breaking just yet. Because we never saw the war. We never saw how the war played out. Do you think Crown Tundra will come out in November? I'm pretty sure Crown Tundra's this year, right? Zelda had the link. Zelda had the link before the slate before Link and Breath of the Wild. Absolutely, exactly. So that's the thing. She had the slate, and we're gonna figure out why Link has these type of bombs and that type of stuff. You know, so we'll figure it out. That ancient Sheikah technology was something that they were researching and they were having, you know, to prepare for the war. So that's probably what's going on here, guys. So it's not canon breaking yet until we see what they say. Have you seen 13 Sentinels Aegis Rim? Yeah, I've seen it. The sticker set at Walmart is already sold out. The sticker set? They'll have some more. Walmart always just gets low stock, then they replenish once they get more, but they'll have more of it. That looks ridiculous. Anyway. Let's see. Keep the questions coming. Crown Tundra is this year, yeah. Thank you for the J2 Blue. Thank you for being awesome, man. I appreciate you, dude. Seriously, I really do appreciate you. Thank you for the $20, man. Thank you guys for the support today. Support's been absolutely insane. We've gotten a bunch of new subscribers and followers and everything. Good views on the videos today, so thank you so much. Thank you so much for your support. Bayonetta 3. I'll watch my videos on Bayonetta 3, what I think is going on with that game. Would you like a Linkle game? No. I'd like a Legend of Zelda game that's based off of the Calamity War. Wait, oh, hold up. We got that announced today. Lucky me! Just flew back to California. Hey, welcome back, homie. Welcome home. Let's see. Yes, Zelda have the slate, but it's not activated. Only Link could. But I'm sure they can have some retcon like all Nintendo. We don't know. We don't exactly know what happened during the war. The events of what exactly happened and how the war happened during, and like what they used and what happened, that is unknown because they did not show that in Breath of the Wild. So we have to wait and see before you say it's like one thing or another thing. Like let's wait and see. You know. We can speculate though. It's fun to speculate, right? I think it's pretty obvious at this point, but I don't think we're getting another regular direct this year. And the Shadow Drops mini partner showcases and game focused directs happening. We'll have to wait and see. Savage Animator, we don't know, but I don't want to hear you talk about a direct. All right, you have never played Breath of the Wild. I don't want to hear you talk about a direct. There's no reason for you to be talking about a direct. And if you haven't played Breath of the Wild, I know you probably haven't played a bunch of other Switch games. There's no need for you to talk about a direct. For what? I don't want to hear you talk about a direct. I don't want to hear you talk about a direct. Just go ahead and admit what other games you haven't played. Go ahead. Go ahead and admit it. Or go back and watch the directs with Breath of the Wild in there that can get you hyped to play Breath of the Wild. I don't care about what you think about a direct. Now, other people, I get it. I feel you. You know what I'm saying? But you in particular, I can't vibe with what you say. Not trying to be mean, I'm just being honest. You know? You can't sit here and not play Breath of the Wild and sit here and say, where's the direct? I don't think there's gonna be a direct. Who cares what you think? No, I'm done. It's like Savage was like, I don't think there's gonna be. It doesn't matter what you think. I don't think there's gonna be a dirt. It does not matter what you think, jabroni. You haven't played Breath of the Wild. All right, take it easy, Crit Astra. Thanks for coming out to the stream. It's like, hey, Savage Animator. I'm like, hey, Savage Animator. Do you think that there's gonna be a direct this year? Well, I don't. It doesn't matter what you think. Oh my gosh. It's so amazing how good the Switch is selling. It took Wii U 4 years to reach 13 million units sold. It took the Switch 1 year. It's unprecedented. Yeah, it's crazy. It actually took the Switch less than 1 year to sell 14 million units. In their first year, I think they sold 10 million by the end of the year. And then by that March, yeah, it was like like 14 million. It pretty much outsold the Wii U in its first. The Wii U didn't even hit 14 million. The Wii U sold 13. We're giving the Wii U a few extra thousands of units. The Wii U sold 13 million units. It sold what did the Wii U sold? The Wii U sold. Hold up here. Yo, shout outs Maru Urman. Thank you so much for becoming an elite ninja. Yo, we hit the goal, boys. I think we hit the goal. 306 Hyrule Warriors Definitive Edition stream this week. Bonus stream. Probably either... We're playing Smash Brothers tomorrow, so Party Man can play. We'll probably do the bonus stream. Either... We'll do it this week sometime. So it'll be Thursday or it'll be Saturday. Thursday or Saturday. Thursday or Saturday. Thank you so much for becoming an Elite Ninja. Let's go. Thank you so much. Shoutouts, man. Guess I'm taking to activate it at some point. Well, we'll see. Because I'm Batman, we'll see. We'll see what they do. The Wii U sold. The Wii U sold 13.56 million. So no, it didn't even sell. It didn't even sell 14 million. It's still about 500,000 away from 14 million. So no, it didn't even sell. It didn't even sell 14 million. I mean, it was somewhat close, but not actually close. Like not. It was still about it was about 440,000 units away from 14 million. That's how much the Wii U would sell in a whole in a whole year. A half year might sell 400,000 units. Is Tales of Symphonia a top game in the Tales series? Yeah, absolutely. Vesperia is my favorite, and then I like Symphonia right after that, then Abyss after that. New Wii U resale prices though? Yeah, I got a Japanese Wii U that's essentially new, but I'm just gonna wait for a while, wait for a long time. A basic white Wii U. I'm gonna wait for a long time, and then bam, bam. It's gonna be on like Donkey Kong. It could still hit 14 million. Yeah, I mean, if we just get like somebody, well, there's no new units. It's been discontinued, so it actually can't hit 14 million. There's no, unless Nintendo reprints it, there's no possible way that it could hit 14 million. Or Nintendo remanufactures it, there's no possible way. You know? Also, looks like you can start pre-ordering Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity. The pre-orders are up on GameStop and on Best Buy. So yeah. There's so many speaker memes of what's it called? Well, 2020 is all not that bad. Keeping Up the Kardashians is ending. Well, it's ending next year. So, so we don't all have bad. 2020 isn't all bad news, guys. But holy smokes, are they gonna sell those? Are they gonna sell those archived episodes for a lot of money? Those could go for a record on syndication. The Wii U days were some real hard times for Nintendo. It's surreal to know how much they bounced back. Yeah. Amazon owned Wii app sold a batch of Wii U's about 3 weeks ago. Retail sold out in minutes. Yeah, man. People like the Wii U because of its like emulation, like homebrew and stuff that you can do with it. Virtual console, lots of cool stuff that you can do with the Wii U. Cool. I'm gonna buy Symphonia on eBay then. I think you can download it too. I don't know if you want like the game physical or whatever, you know, physical collection. Do you think Nintendo has more announcements for this holiday? Possibly, but I'm happy with what we've got. We've got Mario in a couple of weeks. In 10 days, we've got Mario. And then we've got Pikmin next month. And then we've got Hyrule Warriors after that. So that's pretty good. It's pretty good September, October, November. So I'm happy with what we got. But yeah, I'm pretty sure there'll be more announcements because there needs to be third-party games too. some third-party announcements as well. Do you think they're gonna make a big Zelda presence next year for Hyrule Warriors, the first part of it? For next year for Hyrule Warriors? Well, it's part of the story, so it's gonna tie into Breath of the Wild 2, and it's Zelda's 35th anniversary. So yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure, but I don't know about Hyrule Warriors. That game, that's for this year, but obviously they're gonna mention the game. I mean, you know, but that's this year. Next year, it's gonna be about Breath of the Wild 2. Really can't think of any other Wii U games to be ported over to the Switch besides Yoshi's Woolly World, Twilight Princess, Wind Waker, Xeno X, and Star Fox. There's a couple more. There's like Game & Wario, and there's like the Wii Sports thingy, Wii Sports Club. There's a few other games, but in terms of like the best ones, yeah, those are pretty much the best ones left on the Wii U. Me World says people keep saying 2020 is bad. They haven't heard about the year 5036 AD. The world literally got plunged into 1.5 year of darkness. Look it up, people. I know, seriously. Or people don't understand like how people had it back in the day. Like, remember like life expectancy back in those days was like 40 years old. Dude, I'd be dead. You know, like I'd be like life expectancy was super short. Plague, disease, illness. I mean, yeah, we're dealing with that right now, right? With Corona, but I mean, like there wasn't like modern ways to take care. Like people are getting Corona because they're not listening to instructions. You know, like they're doing some people are just getting it because of silliness. You know, so other people are just getting it just because they're getting it, and it's bad. But like before, it was like even worse. The Black Plague killed like what, like 1 million people. You know, like the Black Plague killed like so many people. So I mean, back then it was like even worse for diseases and stuff like that. We didn't have the type of stuff. So yeah, you think 2020 is bad? Go back and look up, you know, the Age of Darkness, and go back and look up, you know, all the stuff that happened before in the past. Heck, I mean, if you're colored at all, or if you're black, I mean, you definitely don't want to live back then. Like, if you're black, you definitely don't want to live back then. We're lucky. Our ancestors did us a hell of a job, man. Like, cause imagine being a slave. Imagine being that you live in fear. You live in like, it's just, you just got to be grateful. You know, you just got to be grateful for what you got. You know, because I just thank God, man. Like, yo, thank you for making me alive in this time period, so I didn't have to go through that. You know, sucks, man. Like, imagine waking up every single day and that's your life. Your life is slaving away on a farm or something like that. That's horrible. You know, like that's the worst thing ever. So you gotta give them props. Always think about how I was born in this time period, man. Yeah, I mean, and it might be different, right? Those people that might be born in like the year 4000, they're like, man, how did people live back then? But you know, like every generation always has it a little bit better than the next generation, right? Each year it gets better. It's never perfect, but every generation has it better and better and better. Now, there were some times that generations had it good, like back in the day. In certain generations, there might have been certain time periods in certain areas. But, you know, in terms of American history, you know, black people haven't really had it good up until even like the early 1900s were bad. Even then, even after the, you know, it was still bad. 1960s were bad. 1970s were, I think 70s is where it started getting a little bit better. But I mean, you're talking like Black Wall Street being burned down in the early 1900s. I mean, you're talking about like, it's like probably like the 60s was the civil rights. So things got a little bit better. So probably 70s or 80s. That's kind of like how like the modern stage for, you know, colored people or for people outside of that kind of things started getting a bit better, you know. So yeah, I think my mom they definitely got here in the 70s and things they started to be a little bit better, you know, for black people. So that's good. Let's see. It's always been bad to make things better. That's true. It can always be better. It can always be better. But I mean, like, I thank God for like this opportunity, because let's be real here, guys. Let's be real here. 100, 200 years ago, even if we had this type of technology that we have right now, there's no way that I could be a streamer, right? Like, let's just say that this technology that we have today was around 100 years ago, or whatever the case is, or around 100. Like, there's no way I'm gonna be a streamer, you know? Like, there's no way that they're gonna allow me to be a streamer. You know, so yeah. so yeah, that's not happening back then. I mean, they weren't letting people buy houses and stuff, you know, they weren't letting people be free, so there's no way as hell I'm gonna be a streamer, you know? Oh, absolutely, Bryson. Absolutely. I agree with you. I 100% agree with you. 100% agree with you. This is unfortunately still today in some places like Sudan and China. No, absolutely, man. It's never perfect around the world, you know. It's always, and there's still injustices around the world that, you know, that, but I'm just talking about in general. You know, at least it's not as bad as it was before, you know, for everywhere. Yeah, there's still people suffering. Yeah, there's still slavery. Yeah, there's still a lot of bad stuff going on, guys. I'm not trying to say, I'm just saying for me personally, the type of opportunities that I have, the type of opportunities that like Double D, that Psycho Pie, you know, anybody that I know, like Party Man, a lot of us, like, we've got to be thankful for what we've got, because there's no way in hell we get those opportunities. You know, for us personally, there's no way in hell we get those opportunities. There's no way my mom and my dad get the opportunities that, you know, that they had, you know, back then. So I'm just thankful for that. But I mean, there's still a long way to go. Don't get me wrong. I wouldn't even have internet, man. So I'm just thankful for that. I mean, yeah, obviously I want there to be more. I want there to, you know, do better. But I mean, like, it was inconceivable, you know, before in the past. So now it's not. And it wasn't even that long ago. Like I said, there's no way that you would think that there's people that can get to that type, like in the early, even in like the early 1900s. Like it'd be tough, you know, it'd be tough. So just happy. Absolutely, Chuba. I agree. I don't know if it'll ever happen in my lifetime, but just hope it gets better and better, right? Just gotta hope it gets better and better. Then maybe one of these days, you know. But I think what's gonna happen, what's gonna ultimately end up happening, is that everyone's gonna look like Patrick Mahomes. Everybody at some point is just, all the races are just they're gonna all Patrick Mahomes it. You know, and for those who don't know who Patrick Mahomes is, I'll show you what he is. But everyone's gonna end up looking with this skin color and end up being like this, because we're all just gonna start becoming, everybody just starts becoming like, you know, intermixing, and everyone's gonna end up being this type of skin color. Everybody is just gonna end up being like this. He's mixed, black and white. Everyone's just gonna end up becoming like this one of these days in the far, 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 far future. Everybody's just gonna have this same skin tone right here. We're all gonna be Patrick Mahomes. Have you ever thought of a live stream dedicated to retro gaming? I love seeing you play Path of Radiance and Super Metroid. Yeah, as soon as I get my my GameCube stuff fixed, then definitely we can do that. I know I've done other stuff like Virtual Console, but maybe we can do that in the future for sure. Everyone will sound like Kermit the Frog. Hey man, look, if you give me 500 million, I'll definitely, I have no problem sounding like Kermit the Frog. Give me 500 million and I will sound like Kermit. I wish I sounded like Kermit the Frog, you know? If it gets me 500 million. The majority of us will still be bad at sports. Yeah, probably, man. Probably. Patrick Mahomes is not, the funny thing is that he's not super athletic or anything like that. He's just really, really talented. Like, he's not like really fast or like can jump really high or anything like that. He's just extremely talented, you know? But athleticism, he's not extremely athletic, in my opinion. For a quarterback, I think there's definitely way more athletic quarterbacks than him. I mean, like, Michael Vick, for example, was way more athletic than him. If you like Lamar Jackson is like 3 times more athletic than Patrick Mahomes. It's just, he's very, very intelligent and very, very he's very talented. He's it's intrinsic. It's genetic. Like, he's got a thing, you know? He's very talented. He has a cannon on him. Lamar Jackson has a stronger cannon. I think the dude from the Eagles might have a stronger arm too. I think there are guys that have a stronger arm. I think what he has is that he has a versatile cannon. he can, because he played baseball, so he can throw baseball pitches with the football. So while he can throw a spiral, and he's got an arm. Is it the strongest arm in the league? I don't think it's the strongest, but he's got a versatile cannon. He can throw this way. He can run to one side, then throw across his body. You know, he can throw over. You know, he can throw underneath. Like, he's got a versatile arm because he was a pitcher for baseball. So that's the thing that makes him really good. His velocity is good. It's good. He's got a spiral on him, but Lamar can actually gun it faster. Lamar's arm is stronger, you know? And he has one of the best coaching teaching. Yeah, that's true. He has Andy Reid, you know? Andy Reid. What if people had a snapshot back then in technology that we have right now, generation of the 1600s, 1700s? They think that we're like witches and like they try to burn us at the stake. Like if they saw us doing what we're doing right now, they would think that it was witchcraft or that it was magic or that it was something like that's evil or like the hell spawn, and they try to burn us at the stake. Because that's what they did to people that tried to do any type of technology or any type of advancement in certain ages. They would just be like, this is witchcraft, you know, any type of alchemy or any type of thing, you know, that people try to do to advance stuff. You had to do it in secret, you know, because they would sit there, they try to burn you at the stake. And I'm exaggerating a little bit, but it's somewhat true. So they would think that we're hell spawns or that we're doing some type of black magic and that we're evil. All right, take it easy, Savage Animator. Fraud boys for life. All right, there you go, man. He threw it 90 yards in Denver. His arm is top, but Matthew Stafford has a stronger. Yeah, but he kind of, when you say cannon, the distance is good. Like, yes, he can throw a good distance and all that, but like arm strength, I think there's some guys that kind of top him. Is he one of the best in the league? Absolutely. He's one of the best. I just don't think he's the best. But yeah, I should have phrased this better. Does he have a cannon? Yes, he has a cannon. I just don't think he has the strongest arm, but he definitely has a cannon. I should have just said that because the guy that said that didn't say that he has the strongest arm in the league. He just said he has a cannon. So yeah, I was just trying to explain that I think that his cannon is a little bit different than other people's cannon in the league, you know? Thomas Edison would take credit for the iPhone. Pretty much. Oh man. The first thing they would say is like, wait a minute, black people walking around? Like, wait a minute, hold on. Black people streaming? Like black people interacting with everybody else just normally? Wait a minute, hold up here. This is definitely fake. At least here in America, they would say that. Yo, Web416, thank you for the follow, man. I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you. I used to listen to this so much. My friend Andre in college, he would play Tekken 5 Dark Resurrection online all the time. And he was so good at this game. And he used Lily, the girl with the long white hair that you guys just saw her. But he used her. And I used to watch him play this game. That's where I developed my love for the FGC. Or not the FGC, but for fighting games. And watching as a competitive sport. Or a competitive esport. Was watching my friend Andre in college because he was so good. At one point, he beat the #1 player in the world at Tekken 5 Dark Resurrection. I remember as if it was yesterday. We were in his dorm room in 2007, and I remember he was playing it, and I was just chilling, you know, with my laptop, and he's like, oh snap, I ran into the #1 player in the world. He was like in the top 1,000 or something like that, and he played the #1 player in the world, and he beat him, and we had like the biggest pop-off. We were like, no! We were just going nuts because he beat the #1 Tekken player in the world at that time. You know, so we were just going nuts, man. It was so, like, just like a hype moment that I never told you guys about. But yeah, my friend Andre, he was big into Tekken 5 Dark Resurrection. He played it all the time, like hours every night. Like, we would go to school, we'd eat at the atrium, and then we'd come back. I'd go take a shower, whatever the case is, and then I'd come over there and hang out, and he'd be playing Tekken 5 so much. I just remember this. I just remember the Tekken 5 Dark Resurrection soundtrack just because of how much he played it, and it was crazy, man. Like when he beat that #1 player in the world, dude, we popped off like as if we won the freaking Super Bowl, man. We popped off as if I popped, dude. I was like, yeah, like I freaking pushed him in the chest, and like he was like, let's go. It was like because like we were both football players. He played in high school. I was still trying to play at that time. And we popped off like we freaking won the You know, like we won the national championship, you know? It was so crazy, man. It was a good time. All that while in college. Yeah, man, college was a good time, dude. College was a good time. I don't really consider esport people athletes. No, that's why I said esports. I don't consider them athletes. The reason why I don't consider them athletes is because it's just not, there's not enough physical, like you're not doing like with your body, like there's not enough physical activity. There's not enough physical stuff that you've got to do. Do esports athletes or esports people should they train? Absolutely they should train. Should they exercise and eat right and all that? Absolutely. But we've seen time and time again that you don't have to do that. All you have to do is move your hands. Your hand-eye coordination just needs to be good. Do you need to be in good shape like a tennis player or like a football player or like a real athlete? No. Or you don't. Because look at Zero. Zero was the #1 player in the world for a million years. He was in horrible shape. The worst shape. He was huge, blue, you know? And he's just bodying everybody that are in much better shape than him. Like, there's no way in hell that you go to the NBA and you're out of shape, lazy, slow, fat, whatever the case is, and you beat Michael Jordan. There's no chance in hell that you're going to be able to guard Michael Jordan. So that you got to have athleticism to be at the top. Esports does not take athleticism to be at the top. It's the same reason why like John Daly, even in golf, that John Daly was all right, but he ain't beating Tiger Woods. All the golfers are in shape. You know what I'm saying? They were all in pretty good shape because you got to stand out there in the heat. You got to go from link to link. You've got to walk there. They don't use the caddy. You got to walk. You've got to swing. You've got to, you've got to be in shape. That's why Tiger was so good. He was in great shape. So even in the most sedentary sports, or not sedentary, but even in the most non-athlete type of sports, right? Golf, you still got to be, that's an athlete. You're just sitting there moving your fingers, you know? Yeah, golf players exercise a lot. Hell yeah, golf players. You got to, because if you don't have endurance, you're going to get tired by the fifth hole or by the fourth hole, you're going to be tired. You're gonna be like, oh man, like, cause you gotta walk from place to place, you gotta swing, you've gotta focus, like you're gonna be dead tired. So you've gotta be in shape to be an athlete, like, or to be a golfer. You've gotta be in shape. You know? Think about it though. Look at all the golfers that are at the top of the game. How many golfers do you know that are fat and out of shape? That are at the top of the golf game. Like, go look at the best golfers in the world. Are any of them fat and out of shape? There might be a couple. But if you look at women's golf, you look at men's golf, they're all in shape. They're all in shape. No, I mean, I feel you on that, Chuba. Like, there's some endurance like in big tournaments, but I mean, like, in big tournaments you can go lie down, grab a pillow, go take a nap. You can't do that in golf, you know? And a lot of times in big tournaments you're gonna go 0-2. You're gonna go 0-2, you know what I'm saying? So I mean, like, well, at least I'm gonna go 0-2. So your athletic dream stops right there, you know? Like, you don't gotta play the full game. Are you gonna go 2-2? Yeah, I beat Super Mario Boy 4-5-5 in the first round, but then I lost the Super Dragon Slayer Tiki's Fairy Wish, you know, in the next round. Super Kirby main. Oh my gosh, man. But no, I feel you though. I just don't think, like, I don't consider Ninja an athlete. I know he was trying to make it seem as if he's that. I don't consider that Roadrunner looking dude an athlete. I don't consider any Tfue. I don't consider any of these Fortnite, you know, I don't consider any of these guys athletes. What are they? What are you? I will kick you and I will flick you and you will fall down. None of these guys are athletes. They have no muscles. There's no physical activity that they're doing between them and the opponent. Like you're playing a video game, bruh. You're not an athlete. You're not an athlete. You're a guy that's really good at video games, you know? But you're not an athlete. You know, you're not doing something athletic. You know? You're playing a video game. I got a little muscle. Oh, no, I bet you do, but I'm just saying, like, these guys that are at the top of the game, like, exercise and all that will definitely help them with their focus. Like, it's mainly mental. It'll help them with their brain activity, but I don't consider them athletes. I don't consider them athletes. Bro, you gonna tell me Justin Long isn't a Michelangelo sculpture? I know, man. Imagine going to play against this finely tuned athlete and it's freaking zero. Like, all right, ready to play? Just gets you get hoo-hawed and smashed 4 to death, dude. Yeah, dude, so much athletic maneuvers. This dude's coming in here, you know what I'm saying, weighing more than you, double the weight of you combined, you know, and he just bodies you when you're in like 10 times better shape. I'd be damned if I'm playing basketball or if I'm playing football and I'm playing receiver, or if I'm a running back and somebody super out of shape can barely tracks me down, or can guard me on a slant as a receiver. It's not happening. Somebody that's out of shape and lazy and slow, you're not keeping with me. I'm blowing by you in any sport. If you're on the tennis court, you're not catching me. If you're on the golf, if you're on the links, you can't go the endurance. You know, you're gonna be too tired. In any real sport, you're not gonna be able to keep up. But in esports, you can sit down and move your fingers and win and be completely out of shape and lazy. But you're not beating Michael Jordan. Does anybody know anybody that has ever beat Michael Jordan being out of shape and lazy? Who's ever beat Michael Jordan in a one-on-one game being out of shape and lazy? It's unheard. It's as a professional. Who's been fat and lazy and ever took Michael Jordan and beat Michael Jordan? Never happened. It didn't even happen in Space Jam. I think, actually, here's the thing. I know you're being sarcastic, but Shaq and MJ had a little scrimmage before the All-Star game. I think back in 96, 94, or was it after that? They were playing, like they were legitimately playing against each other like 50%. And Shaq was like trying to back him down and use moves, and Jordan wasn't. Dude, Jordan was right there. He wasn't letting him get in on that. Jordan, I'm telling you, man, Jordan didn't care. He didn't care how tall you were. He didn't care how short you were. He's not letting you do nothing. I remember one time, who was it? Muggsy Bogues was on Jordan, and Jordan was like, get this little. He doesn't care how tall you are. He doesn't care how short you are. He's fearless. You saw him dunk on Patrick Ewing in the Knicks, you know? Jordan didn't care, and Patrick Ewing's 7'1". Jordan does not care how tall or short you are. He's gonna beat you. He's gonna go for your throat, you know? He doesn't care. Did you hear you can get a freaking yeah, I did hear about that. I saw it on Twitter. You gonna do next Splat Fest with the elites? Yeah, I'm gonna do that for sure. Yeah, we're just in Q&A, whatever. I can hear Ninja Hivers and their mechanical keyboards clacking. OJ Britt. We had these freaking weirdo dudes, you know, coming after me before. Not afraid of those guys either. Not afraid of those guys either, man. But all right, here's what we're gonna do, guys. Make sure you hit that like button. We're gonna go ahead and end the stream. We're at 3 hours plus. So we're gonna go ahead and end the stream here, guys. All right, we're gonna end the stream. Thank you guys so much for coming out. Thank you guys for the support and donations today too. I appreciate that. I really do. Make sure you check out the video. I had 3 videos for today, so I'd like you guys to watch all my videos. But like, if you could watch my reaction video, that would be fantastic. Like, if you can watch my my Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild reaction video, that would be so great. It would be great if we can get some more views on that. All right, guys. We're at 4.7K, so that's pretty good. Pretty good view counts there. If you guys can watch that, and if we can get a new subscriber too, so that'll push us to 66,000 subscribers. So if somebody that has not subscribed, if you can subscribe, please subscribe right now. All right, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. I'm gonna link the what's it called, the video here in the chat. Gonna link the video here in the chat. There you go. So you guys check out that reaction. If you've already watched it, watch it again, please, because it's a dope reaction. But all right, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. I do appreciate it, and we will see you guys for the next one. Thank you guys so much for the support today. I appreciate it. All right, guys, peace.